Stop that. I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but minds keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees. I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the. Wake up, get out the sheets. We came for war, man, forget my peace. You take the west, I'll take on the east. I'ma put them in the cage, never let out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but minds keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Beg, please get on your knees. Came from the jungle, up in the trees. I got a few tricks up in the sleeve. One wrong move, I'ma let out the. Big shoes, check out the crease. Blow like I'm Bigfoot, step on the beat. Make a man's run till he step out the cleats. When the whole place scream, gotta get out the. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. Move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Not so tough, but minds keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. White girls better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Yeah, I hear him chat to the noise. And stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys. Nice keep walking, yeah. Just too sharp with the prize. Better tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan. If you wanna touch me, please use caution.
Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, evening, depending on where you're at in this lovely world. Happy weekend, guys. Happy weekend. Hello, Buns and Yabby, Big Red, the elephant in the room, Sugar, Femme Marie, Scout's Honor, Diary of a Recovering Fatty, Lazy 4 Days, Sparkle, Sky, Shava, Panda, Kelly M. Hi, guys. Hello. Oh, and hello, Peace Frog. So I figured, right now, none of the girls have uploaded. Hi, Zoe. My eyes, why is there a naked Rosie on my screen? Don't you worry, she's not naked. She's not naked. But, I figured let's do a deep dive. We need to figure out the timeline. I need answers. I need to know just when this whole ASD conversation became more prevalent. We watched the one where she said, am I autistic? The answer was no, she was not found to have autism. But whenever she was doing her evaluation for it, and things like that. We're going to watch that video. We are going to watch a vulnerable video journal, chronic mental illness and easy recipe blog. And we are going to watch this one. This one is I'm back, chit chat stories and updates from the psych ward, exclamation. Sky, how rude. Is it a ham colored swimsuit? No. Hold on. We'll put that up there. So this live was from August of 23. And would it be Rosie if she didn't come on with a fucking medical inpatient, like hospital band? Not inpatient, but a hospital band. Would it be her if she's not taking a pill on screen, showing you all, look, there I was? No, it wouldn't. So she comes back live after, I guess she was off for 10 days, wearing her medical band. And she's in the pool, so she's had time. She's been at home for at least a minute. Enough to get down to the nitty gritty of this swimsuit. Thank you so much for the super chat, Idiot Witch. Hi, Scar. Hi, chat. Hope Saturday's treating you right. It is wonderful. I'm meant to be cleaning, but I would rather be here. If you want, you can always throw us in your ear. We will still be here. But okay, let's get into, she looks kind of naked, but not quite.
And if you have any questions, I can ask them. But I haven't had fresh fruit in 10
There you go. See, there's a swimsuit. Hey, Debbie.
days or more, or maybe 2 weeks, at least 10 days. So I'm done.
Idiot Witch, how is your Saturday going? Does it involve being half naked in a pool? If so, I guess your weekend is starting off right. Scar. Play the little video I sent you earlier. Buns. Sigh. Fine, I tell you. Okay, so there I was. Hold on, let me make sure. If I do this, how do I do that right there? Okay, there we go. Well, so Bun sent me a video from our dear Aren't You Exhausted yesterday, right? Right? You want to talk about being bullied? It is your own chat and other reactors that bully you. Hold on, really quick, and then we're going to get into the deep dive.
Would want that jam knowing the filth she cooked around it.
Just tuning in. Does she have a top on? She does. She does. She's trying out for the Snow White movie.
What is with the kissy face? This is for you, Scar. This is for you. Mwah. Kissy, 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 kissy. You like my titty? You want a kissy?
Such a brat. You want to talk about being bullied? Oh, wait, not that one. This one. You want to talk about it. Talk about being bullied.
I'm dying for this fruit, to be honest with
you. I had to make sure I showed you guys in my hospital band and eating fresh fruit. Oh, yes.
Oh my God. I've been living on hospital food.
I don't believe you. Oh, but look, I have a medical band on. You have to believe me.
For 10 days. Oof. Hi, Erin. Hey, Nikki. JD.
Bullied with love. Gentle bullying.
GSD, if you're still in here, hello. Megan, hello. Anna, hello. Thank you, guys. I saw all the lovely comments. A lot of them flooded in before I left. So, I'm just... Give me a minute.
Why wouldn't you take the hospital band off? Kelly. She does it every time. Like, so she'll start her live and be like, ooh, I forgot to take my medication. Obviously, she's not really taking medication anymore. I was already subbed, but I had to sub again. Weird. Sometimes YouTube is just mean. I have figured out why. But she'll come on live and she's like, ooh, my pills. And then she'll grab them. Or if she went to the hospital, you'll notice it in all the videos where she goes. She's like, here's a picture of me in the ambulance. Here's my medical band. This one, she's in a whole on like live in a pool and still wearing it. If that's not attention-seeking behavior, I don't know what is.
Apple. Oh. Oh my God.
Don't those have personal information a lot of the times? Am I wrong here? I feel like a lot of the time they have personal information. I'm fairly new watching her. Oh yeah, no, she has to make a show of it. Hi, Faven.
I only had to like process like crackers.
I'm late. Was she in the hospital for 10 days? I know this is an old video, but why was she in the hospital? She was in a mental health facility for 10 days. The name of this video is I'm Back, Chit Chat Stories and Updates from the Psych Ward. It is from August 2023. And then the next two videos are from November 23 during her autism assessment.
And cookies, her snacks, and like Rice Krispie treats and Uncrustables. You never had fresh fruit.
I'll just sometimes forget because ADHD, yes. But her, it is always performative. It is. Oof.
It was never fresh fruit. The meals, it was hospital food. It was, for hospital, it wasn't that bad. Hey, Rugs. Hey, Adam. Hi, Rachel. Thank you, guys. I gotta eat this apple, you guys. You don't understand.
I had to start a live and I had to start it by eating. Would it count? Oh man, sorry guys. I know I just started, but I need fresh fruit. I haven't had fruit in 10 days. So she's saying they don't give you fruit. Seems like bullshit. Listen, in my grippy sock days, we were definitely given fruit. I know everyone's experience is different.
So
we were given an apple.
I will chew my apple and talk for a little bit. Fruit is getting spendy, but I don't even know how much I spent. I just filled the little, hand basket with what I wanted, and I just handed the cart. Wait, my mom put a few things in it too, and then I just handed that. And I handed her my card, and I was just like, here, I'm gonna go back to the van. It's just all too much.
Oh, look at that! Nope, I lied. It's a bubble.
It's just all too much. Okay.
In my grippy socks days, I feel you. Yeah.
Oh, and my dad is back in the States. So
if you haven't tried them, ambrosia apples are crisp and delicious, like an apple and a pear had a baby. Ooh, I'll have to see if my store has them.
Hey, Oscar, thank you. No, okay, listen, I'm weird. And actually, I talked to, fun fact. By the end, I had a little posse of people, and we were all in the seclusion room, which I'm jumping ahead a lot. We were in the seclusion.
Yes, tell me about your stay. This is not her I was medically kidnapped story. This is a different story.
Room, which has a bunch of beanbags. And when I'm in that ward, they have to basically I basically get this like big recliner on wheels that I get to like roll around, take it.
No, Mills, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Love me some Scar in this chat on a Saturday. Happy weekend, everyone. Thank you so much, Mills. And I hope you've been enjoying your blowies and your boobies. What the fuck? I just turned this shit on. Unbelievable. You are one piece of shit. What the fuck has she done to you? You are just looking for someone to pick on. You are a bully. Fair enough, misdemeanor. Fair enough.
All the rooms with me. I thought that I had lost enough weight to be able to like sit in the chairs that they have in the cafeteria and stuff. I guess not. I thought it was 500, but I guess it might have been 400 or 450. I'm not sure. I didn't get the fact check. So,
Sky Gas. What?
first off for me.
Oh, gas station sushi?
Because I got to use this really comfortable recliner, and I rolled into the seclusion room, and all my friends would sit on the beanbag. I have so many stories to tell you guys. There's two of my friends. I'm gonna call them H and L on here. One of them proactively was like, "Oh, I know you mentioned you do YouTube, so like, I would love for you to like talk about my story and stuff or whatever if you want to."
Misdemeanor. Welcome to the dark side. Oh my God, she's even more annoying in the past. How is that possible? Well, this is during all the time where she was at least addressing her mental health stuff. And obviously when she was told, no, we're going to watch it. So she gets, in the next video we watch where she's saying she's going to be evaluated for her mental health, or excuse me, for autism. She says, you know what, no matter what, I'm fine with it because there may not be treatment. You see how that's changed.
Like, totally my permission. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. So after she said that, I asked Elle, and Elle said that she was really actually happy I asked because she wants people to know her story and stuff. But I'm not going to talk about other people's stories, probably super in depth on live, but like definitely my book and stuff. Oh yeah, actually,
stay and get enlightened. Yes. I mean, yesterday she had homophobic statement. So you live, you learn.
One day y'all might meet H, because she and I clicked like this instantly. We actually, so if you know my stalker story, she's survived a sociopathic narcissist as well. And so her story is...
She could have ate that before going live. She saved the fruit to share her story, so we feel sorry for her. That's what I think, Lazy. It's the same thing with the medical bans. Like, she literally, the first thing she said as she started the live was, I need to eat this right now. You could have sat down after 10 days being gone, taken a day to yourself, relaxed. I'm sure that is a lot, being in a hospital for 10 days. Like, taking just some you time just to, oh man, a nice bath, some comfy socks that aren't grippy.
Wow. And she escaped back to this area from basically being kidnapped for a year, and came straight to the hospital. So yeah, I have so many stories to tell you guys. But
I'm on my 4th therapist. Is she really getting therapy? She lies a lot. Someone in her chat asked the other day, hey, how'd therapy go? And she never answered. So I don't know if she's still in therapy. Has a foodie reaction in her favorites, though. Interesting. Hi, 2 Dalmatians and a pet. Only people who call other people bullies and bullies, in my opinion. Oh, you're saying they are bullies. Oh, and hi, Scar in chat. Hi.
Thank you for the compliment.
Is she telling another patient's story, or did I just hear that wrong? Yes, that's what it sounds like. She said she's not going to get too in depth, but she is telling other people's stories.
And I don't even know if I'll get into all of them here in the live, but I don't like to cut my bracelet off until like the next day or a couple days later. And we were all talking about it in the seclusion room because I brought that up. And they're like, yeah, I don't want to, because I think I've only been a total of 3 times in my life. The first time I cut it off, I think immediately, because that was the really traumatic incident. And then, but the last time I went to this hospital, I kept it on for a couple days because I don't know, it was like comforting in a weird way. And that's what we all talked about. And she said the same thing. Because Elle has like some really extreme symptoms. Like, I want to get into this on this live because it's going to be so triggering.
Wait, what?
In a weird way, and that's what we all talked about. And she said the same thing. Because Elle has like some really extreme symptoms. Like, I want to get into this on this live because it's going to be so triggering. But
when we watched her other video when she had a band on and she took it off during her story time, wasn't it immediate as then? It seems like only when we come on lives. Has she ever streamed without food? Yes, Sabin. She has. So she's pointing out to the time and location other patients were at Rosie, you foul lump. Not cutting your bracelet off is the equivalent of wearing something like that at school so all the kids can see it. I eventually want to get an official diagnosis for autism. Being a girl born in 80, I was overlooked for things. I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD until I was in my early 20s, just so I can say diagnosed.
And yeah, the amount of care.
And I've even said it with Rosie. If she continues like her previous psychologist said, let's reevaluate you in 6 months. Let's work on the things that we know you have now. right? She did a 3.5-hour assessment. We're going to get into that one. But she did a 3.5-hour assessment. The doctor comes back. Hey, you don't meet the qualifications. We can reevaluate in 6 months. Let's work on these things. It didn't happen. If Rosie continues and she ends up with a diagnosis, I will stand back and say yes. But until then, I will say stop giving yourself diagnoses until you have been provided, because she stands firm on having things.
That
Oh, and we're going to hear about Ehlers-Danlos again in this one. Well, not this one, and another one.
I met these past 10 days. Fucking crazy.
Hey, just a sub. Finally got a notification, 2nd day in a row. Look at me moving on up. I hear that after my streams, I've been having empty space. I don't know why. I have no idea why it's doing it, but I hope you guys at least like the scenery. Silly YouTube.
Yeah, I got out today at like 4 p.m. Thank you, Cara. So, it's raining and I'm not getting out of here. Let me move my iPad. Hey, Dad. It's raining, so I brought my bag out here with me, but this has like my journaling stuff in it. Can you either throw it in the bathroom or just put it away from the rain? When you get a second.
Hi, Zigcat. Hey everyone, I've diagnosed myself with very handsome and also super interesting. Unfortunately, there is no cure. Where did our new friend go? Which new friend? The one that she was supposed to hang out with yesterday?
Sorry about that.
I'm curious if she'll go live today, because she was supposed to have her friend hang out yesterday.
So, did I get to pick to leave when I leave? More or less, yes. About day 3 or 4 was when me and Dr. Y got into a very loud verbal conflict because he's a dumbass and I was correct and he apologized 2 or 3 times. Yes.
I feel like she's so mean to healthcare providers. Like, does the healthcare system get it wrong a lot of the time? Yes, but I've never heard her be super positive about many doctors. It's always so mean.
Perfect, that works for me.
Anything else you need to move?
No, no, my iPad's covered. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Her dad's not only in the chat, he's sitting poolside. Oh, Lord, child, have mercy. Wow, she's an actual 5-year-old. Imagine calling a medical professional a dumbass, but she's a dropout. You know what? Listen, dropouts go on to do wonderful things. I won't say that.
Nikki says, thanks, Dad.
Hi, Nikki.
He says, hi, Nikki. She's one of my mods.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mods are all.
Although, so I watched her escaping Mormonism video, like leaving the Mormon church. Hey, 31 frames. I watched it, and she says in the video, she's like, Dad, if you're watching, because she's talking about losing her virginity and stuff, and she's like, fast forward to this time.
Awesome.
For sure. And so is Aaron.
Just tell him not to watch that video.
Hi.
Go to bomb.
Yeah, I like swimming in the rain too. Okay, so
The mod said thank you to her dad.
so basically so I've talked about being on 10X, and that was like that in the Ativan I had just recently gotten prescribed before I went to the hospital, where like I think I had a script that
I don't know. Never mind. That's rude in my brain. Oh, yeah. Last night I suddenly heard your voice under music from my speakers. I left your stream open and it started playing from the start by itself.
stopped it before I went to the hospital. And so basically my Ativan got upped. Dr. Y brought it all the way up to 2 milligrams, which was too much. Dr. Y was an asshole. We'll get to Dr. Y in a minute. But I got
So rude.
to see Dr. E again. If you've been following me and like my journey and stuff with all that, Dr. E was the guy who diagnosed me with MDD, like the correct diagnosis. Your dad sounds sweet, so precious. Thank you, Erin. And Megan says that too. He sounds nice. Yeah, so overall the hospital stay was good. It was a roller coaster. But
She really does look naked, though. She does look naked.
definitely not, I would say like not bad, but definitely a roller coaster. Which, you know, when you're in a psych ward, it doesn't come with the territory. And thank you, Leah. So
Hey, spaghetti.
the day that I made like a post, I think on Twitter, and my
If your doctor prescribes you too much Ativan, just take less. It's based entirely on your own anxiety.
YouTube community tab, like joking, like, how are you doing? Like, I had to book a second therapy appointment for next week. I was really feeling, was the last one gabapentin? It might have been. I think it was.
Do you have like peripheral neuropathies
So, brief trigger warning.
or just neuropathy in general?
Gabapentin made me straight up suicidal, like, within 2 days. It was one of the worst reactions I've had to a medication. Prozac was pretty bad, but that one was unbearable. And so, when I messaged my...
Wait, what?
So, brief trigger warning. Gabapentin made me straight up suicidal. Like,
I wish there was like a 5-second like head start. No? Okay. Some mental health meds are complex, but benzos like Ativan are pretty straightforward. Morning, new or old video. We're doing a retro day. Gabapentin just made my memory suck. I know everyone's experience with medications is going to be different, everybody. But for me, man, gabapentin screwed up my memory. It was terrible.
Within 2 days. It was one of the worst reactions I've had to a medication. Prozac was pretty bad, but that one was unbearable. And so when I messaged my psych, I told him what was going on. I told him like how hopeless I felt. I told him like we've been doing this shit for 3.5 months by that point. I'm about 4 months now, getting close to.
I love when people look at their arms for time, like when there's nothing there, you know, freckle past a hair sort of thing.
Blah, blah, blah. He literally messaged me back and was like, honestly, you've had so many reactions to basically every med class. I don't know what else to do for you. I recommend
Interesting. I've seen a bunch of different experiences.
you go back to the hospital.
You do that? It makes sense, Yami. It makes sense.
And I was like, fuck. Because I had no intention on going back. I thought I would be able to get figured out outpatient. It just didn't work out that way. And so a lot of you on YouTube probably weren't following me when I was on Instagram when I went to the hospital for the first time back in end of April. I think that started like April 27th, if I remember correctly. And so I lose my train of thought.
There it goes.
What the fuck was I talking about? Thank you, Mariana.
I've never been so hyped to be in a hospital. When? What? She's faking reactions to standard psych meds to get Xanax. Doctors see through this type of patient. Although she just said the Ativan was too high. Listen, you guys are going to go on a roller coaster of Rosie's journey. Like I said, I wanted to get to the lure. I wanted some of my questions to be answered. And we have some of them. And some of them, she just still talks in circles.
Yeah, I had a really traumatic experience at a mental hospital. The one that I went to,
They're replacing benzos with gabapentin or trying to more and more off-label.
twice, is incredible. Honestly, God, especially because of the doctor, Dr. E. Amazing. You're an RN? Yeah. There's everybody from like all walks of life that end up in psych wards. There were a lot of Baker Acts, which in Florida is like the involuntary. I was obviously voluntary. Yeah. So, but
Oh, she seems very excited about having been in the hospital. The most recent time she was in the ER, she did try to get in. I don't know what. She has a very interesting relationship with mental health facilities.
this hospital,
I think it's great that they have availabilities. Winding up in insect words. It's great that they have the availability, but she does like to go.
like all the staff is like trauma informed trained. There were some spicy staff
Coffee, make sure you talk to your provider before starting or ending a medication. Make sure you're staying healthy.
that needed to get some attitude checks. Thank you. Ooh, Gia, that's a great question. Come.
She sounds a bit hoarse here.
I had a piece of apple stick. Skin gets stuck where it shouldn't.
You need a toothpick?
Huh?
You need a toothpick?
Oh no, like the back of my throat.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I had to eat this apple or I was like,
It can become comforting to be in a facility, revolving door syndrome. Didn't think about it that way, Sparkle.
gonna combust. Is the psych ward similar to prison or do you get more freedom? Whew. So when I was at Anchor in College Park, Georgia, that was a prison. That was straight up prison. That was super traumatic and really a horrific experience. My dad actually was previously an EMT, so yeah, he probably would make a great lifeguard. Paramedic. Is there a difference?
Yes, there's
Okay.
2 levels.
Oh, excuse me. Is a paramedic above an EMT?
EMT starts, intermediate.
Intermediate. Oh, so sorry. He has top level paramedic. Okay.
Her father worked in the healthcare. Did I know that? Huh.
He was also a hobo clown. Fun fact.
In the Navy.
And a corpsman in the Navy. And he does tech stuff that he's explained to me a million times, so I don't fucking get it. You're in Georgia, don't let anyone you ever fucking love go to Anchor. Ever. Fuck that shit. Whew, gets me heated. A friend of mine told me that nursing is what girl bullies in high school do after graduation. You know, I've seen that, but actually, some of, like, so there's this one
Okay, I was making sure she was going to hopefully correct that statement.
nurse that I'm, like, obsessed with her. I love her so much. She's one of the kindest, sweetest, most amazing human beings. And she was actually my nurse for the last, you know about that place, Rachel? Yeah, that's the place that traumatized me.
She sure is smug. She does seem quite smug. Shut the fuck up about Georgia. Medics are a mixed bag. Imagine talking this way in front of your parents.
Your uncle is a first responder? Cool.
Nice.
Huh?
I said nice.
Yeah, I think my response, Sparkle, would have been like, I don't know. I've never been in prison, so I can't really give you a fair analogy. I have no idea.
Nice.
Responders are the most important thing.
My dad says it's the most important. So let me eat this and then I can talk. I'll just do some light chit chat, but yeah. What's awesome is like 80% of the staff, if not maybe even higher, of this hospital are like amazing. So great. There was this one tech who had a major attitude problem. Nasty bitch.
Was it because you were being ugly, like towards them? I'm just curious.
But the other techs really made up for it. And I recognized some of the staff from when I was there last. So, after
When she was there last, I don't see. Look at this face. Oh, no, not mute. Are those freckles or raised bumps? Those are freckles. Is it the same mental health facility or that she'd been in previously, or is this? I don't understand.
after I made the video, I went to the ER. I got back at I got out about 4 p.m. today, so about 2 hours ago. We left and went immediately to my Fresh Grand Market place to get produce. Then we stopped off to drop off the paper scripts at CVS.
Is it just me, or does she treat her brother like an idiot? I feel sorry for him. The way she rolls her eyes and treats him is just so weird. Oh, we have had many of conversations that I feel like she infantilizes him, like treats him as less than, even though he's the one who holds down a full-time job, has his name on the mortgage, maintains the upkeep on the home.
So I could get, I got 10 tablets of the ones that I need because I get mailing.
She said dad is home. Yes, this is before they're gone. Like she was currently living with her parents at this time, or at least her dad was in town and her mom still lived there.
And normally it's way more cost effective. You do have to love the
Secret Squirrel. Hey guys, this one time at band camp.
profession you're in for sure. Thank you, Megan. I'm like 2 bites away. Give me a second, guys. And they kept me.
If you needed this, I promise you could have taken an hour before you hopped online. Like I said, gotten nice and cozy, had a couple pieces of fruit, whatever you need to do. Like I said, 10 days in the hospital is a lot. This is just
For like 28 hours. That was so annoying. But I knew I wanted to go to one hospital and I wanted to bed in that hospital. So the part that got really annoying is they kept telling me like, oh, you're going to go like 10, 20 minutes and then 3 hours would pass. And that when you like aren't allowed to have your phone, they wouldn't even let me have my markers that I brought to color with. They wouldn't let me have anything. They wouldn't even give me like, this is called a squiggle pen. If you've never been to a psych ward, this is called a squiggle pen. I love these things. You have to like.
Let me show you guys what else I got in the mental health ward. Did she bring snacks? No, they, held her back and there was no fruit at this mental health facility.
They're finicky. You have to work with them. But basically, they're like, it's like if you look closely at the tip, it's like a blunt-ended pen.
She's doing this just to show it off. That's so odd. All right. Was this the karaoke hospital? I don't think so. Maybe it was.
And it's completely like bendable soft plastic. And they do it this way, basically to prevent people from hurting themselves.
A lovely lady called Emma commented to say she'd like to buy Levi a mini fridge for his room. She got so pissed. What is wrong with her? I saw there was a couple people in her chat that day that were really wanting to do something nice for her brother. Why did she bring this pool out or pin out to the pool? I'm telling you, if anything, she's a thespian.
And the ER didn't have these. The psych ward lets you have washable markers, but they don't allow colored pencils. They don't allow gel pens. They allow crayons, but I hate crayons. And the ER allowed crayons, but they gave me a crayon to write with, and it just didn't work. It just didn't work for me. I was really pissy about it. You've been binging?
Did she go and admit herself, or she had a situation? Why is she acting like she just got back from vacation? I'm so confused. It sounds like she had this is what I'm interpreting from what she said, that she had a poor reaction to gabapentin. It created SI, and so she voluntarily checked herself in.
Grey Anatomy's call? Shut up! I've met more nice nurses than mean ones. I think nurses are heroes. Okay, yes. Nurses.
The way I would never tell my mother to shut up. Oh no. I might go, shh, please don't. But I wouldn't say shut up to my nope.
Nurses are heroes and they're important. However, I have had a lot of experiences with mean nurses. I will say that. And that's the thing. It's like a 50-50 split almost. It's like
Lyrica did that to you.
They're either the sweetest, most amazing, compassionate, caring, kind, like there for the right reason nurse, or they went to nursing school because they didn't know what else they want to do, and they're an asshole about it. Like they're.
I would appreciate you not speaking on behalf of an entire career. Some people are having bad days. They might be an incredible medical care provider, and that day was a rough day. But stop it.
There's no in between. You know what I'm saying?
This girly reaction you had to that.
All right, I'll save my orange for later, so I don't sit here munching on an orange as well. But guys, I came out here with my water, and they had no diet sodas. They would give us sodas on the weekend, but it was either Starry or Crush. And that was it.
Oh man, the mental health facility. They didn't give them diet sodies. This is so peculiar.
No diet sodas on
The entitlement, even inside, like, let's focus on our mental health. No, they only had Starries.
the weekend. Well, why are you mad? We all like diet soda in this house.
That's what I'm complaining about. No
Oh.
diet soda.
Oh, no diet soda. Okay, yeah.
Nurses are like anyone else. Some are great, some aren't. Yes, just people. Just people.
Yeah, I know though. I was the only diabetic there, and it was like so annoying because people kept. I had an order for them to only check my blood sugar in the morning because my AC1 at its worst has been a 6.8. I don't even do insulin. I don't even check my own sugars because I have it really well managed. And I
Rosie. She doesn't check her own sugars. This is a diabetic woman who does not check her blood sugars.
have it really well managed, and I would get random nurses being
Now she doesn't take anything.
assholes about it. With ones that weren't even my nurses. Like on Ice Cream Friday, they were there was this random nurse and she was talking to the lady running the ice cream, and excuse me, and I heard them talking about me and I was like, wait, what about me? What? Because I was like, I heard my name. What are y'all saying? And then the nurse was like, oh, we were just saying you're the diabetic. So, and I was like,
I have it really well managed, she said at 600 pounds. You know, I found that being super kind and understanding to the nurses. I was beloved during my hospital stays. I had one saying, sing, you are my sunshine, while giving, oh my gosh, diary. What an interesting position to be in.
oh, well, I'm on metformin, I managed. And she was like, diabetics can't have ice cream. And
I'm at the visceral reaction at her yelling at shut up at her dad. I know it was a joke, but my heart, listen, the way I could not.
I look at her and I'm like, yes, the fuck I can. What? And she's like, she goes, no, you can't. And I was like, yes, I can.
Why is her father encouraging this behavior? She talks so damn fast. I also have her sped up to 1.5 because we have 2 other videos, but if I need to slow her to 1.25, I can. It sounds like they were trying to maintain your diet because you're a diabetic. It was Ice Cream Fridays, though.
Right, and it's like they gave everybody 2 giant scoops of ice cream, and I ate not even 1 whole scoop of it with none of the toppings.
Yep.
So it's just like, it's literally about moderation. Did I get sick? No. Am I fine? Yes.
Can't believe Ambi isn't diabetic. Yeah, she's not even pre-diabetic.
Every time I checked my blood sugar, they were so surprised at how low it
Okay, so she's not as manic as this sounds. No, she's at 1.5. It is sped up. Don't worry. She's not.
was because I'm a diabetic. I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm on metformin.
She's not now.
Anyway. Yeah, having a nice nurse is
Hey, Seafood. Hey, people. Rosie, are you related to Chantal?
so lovely, but encountering mean nurses is awful. Agree.
You thought she was really... Sorry, guys. I guess I should have, let in with that.
I'll admit that I probably had more mean nurses than nice ones. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie. Yeah. The crush was good. I did have the crush. I did. Thank you. Yeah. And hi, Jenna. It's nice to see you guys. If I haven't greeted you directly, I'm sorry. So yeah, I had to wait. It was mind-numbingly boring, and that was before my meds got more managed. And then they transferred me to the hospital, basically in the evening time on Saturday, and then I was in the hospital for a total of 9 days, including today. But I was in the ER for the first full day, if that makes sense. When I was first transferred over, they put me in the geriatric
YouTube is being so annoying. Jennifer, understand. Yeah, we agree. I do.
ward, which
I'm a we.
I think I explained this in the video. I'm not sure if I did. But in the psych wards, the only way you can get a hospital bed generally is if you are in the geriatric ward. Otherwise, psych wards, they generally have cots. And actually, while I was there, what ended up happening, just to kind of jump ahead a bit, I was there for about 3 or 4 days.
This might be the karaoke one. No, I think she went another time. I don't think this is the karaoke one.
And the nursing director came up to me and she was like, so they're currently ripping out 2 bunk beds, or 2 of the cots out of a room and putting in hospital beds upstairs. So to give some context, the first time I was there, the geriatric and the regular adult ward were side by side on the 2nd floor.
Oh, my brain is putting things together. So this last time when she tried to get into a mental health facility, when she thought she was having a heart attack, she was trying to get back to this place in which she's been twice. Will a cop work for her? She does lots of pillows.
And so
Karaoke psych ward? Yes, Miss T. Well, kind of. So we watched whenever she went to the mental health facility and she left her other job. She went on her own again. It was She checked herself in. And she said, like, everyone thought she was an amazing singer and no one else wanted to sing karaoke. So she would just sing in the middle. Yeah.
My room was like right next to the adult dining room, and there was like a whole side of an adult wing. They told me because of insurance reasons I couldn't go on that side, which was weird, but I listened. That was during my first day, okay? I did not know this until I showed up in the hospital, but they had basically moved geriatric to the first floor, and so that made things a lot more problematic.
She's a great singer. Rest of the time, she's just standing.
And I arrived on Saturday, so none of like the director, staff, none of the higher ups were there. And so I asked about that recliner chair that I mentioned because they were really weird about me sitting on the furniture. I think it's for insurance reasons, because those chairs they make the chairs that you sit in really heavy on purpose to prevent people from throwing them at each other. And I sat on those chairs, I remember at certain points, and because they were armless, they were comfortable, like, and I felt no concern about weight restriction or whatever. But they're really, like, in medical fields, any chairs, any equipment, like, excuse me, like for...
If you're going to have a mental health crisis, go in on a day where management is there. Good to know, Rosee.
X-rays, MRIs, whatever. They're really strict about the weight limits, I think, because it's like liabilities, stuff like that, you know?
I find her mindset interesting. Like, I do understand if you've been through it more than one time, you kind of get what the cycle is. Okay, I know I can't have this with me here. I know I can have this when I get here. But I find it interesting where she's like, I'm going to pack little snackies. And, oh, I'm going to ask about this, this, and this. All right.
And so I requested about the recliner multiple times, and everyone was just kind of like, oh, weekend stuff. Oh, what the fuck I'm doing.
So rude.
So Monday comes, and by that point, it had been determined that, like, I could be escorted upstairs, spend a certain chunk of the day upstairs, eat lunch up there.
Of course, they moved geriatric patients to the ground floor. It's not normal, regular adult to be a third of.
Like, I'd have breakfast downstairs, go up there, have lunch up there, do up to a certain point, and then after, like, the final processing group that ended around 3 p.m., I would come back downstairs, you know, have dinner and have, like, my, like, resting time around that point or whatever. So when I finally did get to go up there, it was, like, at the beginning of, like, a relaxation group, and that prior Sunday, so I think it was Monday the day that this happened, like, I went up there and I had a whole day of karaoke, like, there was no issue.
Oh, I guess this is karaoke mental health facility. All right. Is she turning 34 or 35? She's turning 34. Ah, yes. This is karaoke mental health facility.
I like I ended up doing karaoke twice, which was fun. But because they have music therapy, processing groups, therapeutic skills groups, like a morning meeting. Like if you've ever been in like a partial hospitalization program.
I'm late. Good morning, Atomic Blonde.
Excuse me.
Atomic Strawberry.
Partial hospitalization program, or you've done inpatient, you kind of know the structure I'm talking about. They all have a similar schedule. They might have different things inside schedule, but yeah, there were some 80s tracks, Nikki. I haven't really been reading the comments to focus on my train of thought. I will go back and read them.
Remember, Misty, she packed snacks when she thought she was having a heart attack. Yes, she did.
See, I already lost it. Shit. Oh, so they were doing like meditation, and they let me in. Like all the lights were off. They were already in the middle of it, so they let me in. And
this sounds like a retreat. Some places don't let you bring in outside food. Rules vary from facility to facility. Karaoke crazy 6 p.m. at your local psych ward. Yeah, this sounds like a retreat, you know?
I was in there for not even 5 minutes when they pulled me out, and one of the nurses, who was one of the ones that had like intermittent attitude problems, was just kind of like, she just told me like very bluntly, loudly out in the hallway, where like other people were around, that like I couldn't stay up there because of the weight limits of the chairs. And I was under the impression at that point that I was now within the weight limit, because from my memory, I remember being told the weight limit was 500. And between my hospitalizations, my doctor was the one who told me this. I didn't even know this. I had lost 35 pounds, and I was under 500 pounds now. And so I was really...
Okay, so in this, she's under 500 pounds. Okay, my brain is just trying to keep track of timelines.
Confused, and I was like starting to get upset, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like I was up here yesterday, like, and she's like, well, you shouldn't have been, blah, blah, blah. And then she, unfortunately, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was just really curt, really rude, and like, it caused me to just like fully, like, I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I spent the entire day in bed, and slept. In fact, most of the time I was in geriatric, that's what I did. I slept like anywhere between 14 to 16 hours a day, because, let me be so real, I can't think of a more depressing place than a geriatric psych ward. And I don't mean that to be mean. It's not meant to be mean at all.
I've never seen anybody act like they are a professional patient and they know what every psych ward does. I mean, really. Oh my God, imagine needing and expecting furniture to accomplish 500 pounds. That's a normal day for you.
But bro, oh my God. So my first day in the geriatric ward, because there's kind of like two sections of this trip for me.
Accommodate. Oh, okay. I was like, accomplish. 14 hours of sleep is dangerous, by the way.
As the first day of the in the geriatric ward, I met this guy. I'll call him C. I don't want to use anyone's first names. I don't think it's respectful. He was probably like in his 70s. He Baker acted himself because he was being evicted. He didn't know what else to do. And he's not an ex-veteran, but he was a contractor in Kuwait during like the war in the 90s, I think.
This seems like personal information. This seems very specific.
He said, I don't remember the specific one, and he was telling me stories about how he was, going around and getting all the bombs out of the sand and everything, and he had been an engineer for years and years, and then he had his own like home assessing business. So I forget the term he used. It's
between this date and this date, there was somebody with this background who was going through this in their life. They've been through this in their past.
Like, when you're like assessing the cost of homes or whatever, and his business eventually tanked during COVID and everything, and he just
so many details. I don't think it's unreasonable to expect a hospital to accommodate you, whatever that entails. And I think they were trying to. It was just on that floor. They didn't have the accommodations at that time. That's why they wanted to go where they did have the accommodations available.
He like lost everything, and thankfully, the next like 2 or 3 days into me being there, when he was being discharged, like when he was basically being forced to leave, last second something came in clutch and he had somewhere to go. Thank God. I was so worried about him because he had a lot of health problems. Like,
table building break. The wiring has frustrated me, so I'll wait for the hubby to help me when he's feeling better. I'm so sorry your husband's not doing well. Aren't you exhausted? Miss T, thank you so much for the super chat. This is what malingering looks like. I have never, ever seen someone sick ever behave like this. She wants to be sick. Oh, just wait until we get to the other ones. Just wait.
He was just old, he was just had to.
I didn't watch this one through. I just found, okay, this is stories from when she was leaving the mental health facility. So I was like, okay, let's listen in based on everything else we're listening today. I wanted to get a better feel for the anti-ally that is Rosie.
Generating health going on, and maybe it was appraisal.
Thank you again so much, Miss Steve.
Sure, but he
is so.
He was just one of those people that like worked his whole life.
Aren't you exhausted? I don't know if you were in here when we played that wonderful clip from your stream. Bully, I tell you, bully.
Did things you're supposed to do type person, and just fell into a series of bad decisions and like business wise or whatever. And
why is this any of our business? I don't know who C is. This is making me really angry. I would never talk about a fellow patient. It's gross. She wants to profit monetarily on these stories. I kind of felt that way whenever she was in Vegas and there was the pregnant unhoused woman and there was the guy that was telling her the jokes. Like, it felt very like, let me show you and let me, like, you're making money off of them. Sounds like she could really benefit from some sort of structured outpatient program. She was in one, Kelly. She didn't really like to listen to other people talk. She stated when other people started talking, she would start coloring and zone out. So I don't think she took everything from those sessions that she could have.
It's just one of those like situations that I really like kind of stuck with me. And, there was like a lot of that. And there was never like my first time around when I stayed in the geriatric ward the first time. There were a couple of the patients in the geriatric ward that I like.
Got to play with our bracelet.
Did connect with and stuff. That didn't really happen this time.
I'm going to miss Monday's stream when I have my moms come over. Oh, I hope you have a fantastic time, Zoe. And hello, Laurel.
But I was working with a new doctor when I was down there. His name, I'll call him Dr. Y. I did not like his style. He was not nearly as educated. He was not nearly as good.
How do you know? What? How do you know?
By any stretch of the imagination as Dr. E.
Did they have like their certifications on the wall? Was he not? What? Okay.
He didn't have a great bedside manner. And my biggest gripe with him was he didn't ask questions. He wasn't very exploratory beyond like the first 1 or 2 sessions. Like,
he's just not educated. The gall of her calling a doctor uneducated. Thank you, Scar. I haven't seen them since 2019. Oh my gosh. So it's been 6 years. Yes. Zoe, you're going to have such a good time. You can put me on a replay. It will be here. Don't you worry. Have so much fun.
When he was like asking the basic stuff and like, he originally put me on Wellbutrin, and we went with the 150 extended release. A couple days in, I started experiencing really severe chest pains.
Everybody like the stream, or Rosie will be your paralysis demon tonight. She'll huff and puff and blow hot air on you. Aren't you exhausted? All of your Zoom ins yesterday were staggering, we might say. Doctors can see through bullshit. Does she have a ranking chart for all doctors? Who's in the S tier? Was it Dr. E or Dr. C or Dr. L? I think it's Dr. E is the one she likes.
It happened kind of suddenly because it happened the day that they lost an entire outfit of mine. They lost like an entire, like one of my favorite nightgowns. I'm so pissed about it. Y'all, I have such an emotional attachment to these specific nightgowns that I have. You've probably seen me in them. Like they're the solid colored ones. It was my purple one. It was the same color as their hospital nightgowns. So it's gone in ether. And they lost one of my purple and black tie-dye shorts. I had 2 pairs.
I can see how this might be frustrating, but I just want you to remember what's going on around you and who all is in this facility with you. I'm sure they didn't mean to.
I lost one of them. I really love those shorts. It's fine. So that situation definitely brought up my stress, right? Because I was mad and I wasn't yelling at anybody. I wasn't like
Wait, she was having chest pain because they lost her pajamas?
freaking out. But I was upset. And I was a couple days into Wellbutrin, and I had been kind of chug-a-lugging Crystal Light lemonades for a couple days at that point. And I don't think the citric acid was helping very much because I did.
Rosie, I would like to talk to today, Rosie. What about the 24 Diet Cokes, non-caffeine free, the 8 Mountain Dews? Those were caffeine free, the 2 liters. So I won't talk about those. What about 30 some odd sodas in 3 days? How is your chest doing? You okay? Just wondering. It seems dangerous.
Talked to one of the med transport
Wellbutrin,
people, and they said that you can experience chest pain with heartburn while not feeling a burning sensation. So I reduced drinking the Crystal Lights a lot.
Okay. That's what we were getting at. I was like, what?
It's not just a whole saga, Nikki. Oh my God, it was some horse shit. So one of the so they have a certain protocol that the
She's swatting at me.
nurses you're supposed to like give them. They have like these brown paper bags. You're supposed to put the clothes in them, and then you give it to the patient care.
What was her Wellbutrin dosage? Was it in the Pacific? It was 150 milligrams extended release.
Tech, not the nurse. But I think so. I came into my room after how the cleaners came in, and I had my clothes in one of those brown bags. Someone took my clothes out of the brown bag and like either at my door or like out of my room at some point. They like took them out of the bag without me asking. They're not supposed to touch our clothes unless we tell them to. So someone broke protocol, and then
Dobby.
I wrote a grievance form about it because, like, fuck that. And the director told me that they weren't going to compensate me and that she looked at the cameras and she didn't see anyone leaving with anything, so she couldn't do anything about it. And so I refused to sign it. I'm supposed to be getting a call back about it.
It was me. They started me on that stuff. It's not so bad. It definitely makes you go. I think it all depends on the person and such. You know, everyone has positives and negatives. If it works for you, that's amazing. I don't have nightgowns. I have t-shirts. One says Fat Bitch or the Fat Bitch Factory. Yeah, and JAMA shorts.
Like, and because she took it up to the next level because as someone of my size, like my clothes are not cheap. I can't just like go run and grab a nightgown for $10. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I think it is fair to be frustrated, but I don't think we need this level of energy. But you know, I've never been 500 pounds, so I don't know what it's like. I'll say that.
With shipping costs, for the value of those clothes, literally about $100.
I've just spent 5 minutes trying to get my son to say please. He can say pterodactyl, he can say astronaut, but apparently please is just too difficult. Don't worry, Sparkle. Eventually, all the pleases.
But anyway, so that happened. I went into my room within 5 minutes. I had really severe sharp chest pain, shortness of breath, and I, to the point that I was freaked out, went to the nurse. She that was on staff. I told her, I think her name's not important. Never mind. I told her what was going on. She asked me about the shortness of breath. I said yes. They were like, okay, we gotta call an ambulance. I was like, fuck. But I was scared. Like I was freaked out. I didn't know what was going on. And so they.
It seems like we have a history of some chest pain stuff.
Called an ambulance. They did the EKG at where I was at, and they said I was okay. And then the nurse was like, "Yeah, that's fine, but our protocol, you got to go." And they have to do blood work. They have to do a full workup. And I'm like, okay, honestly, I'm cool with that because it was that severe of chest pain.
If you have chest pain, get it seen. I won't say nothing. If you're having chest pain, please make sure you are getting it checked out.
Everything came back fine, cardiac wise. Everything was fine. Actually, it was the Wellbutrin. They took me off the Wellbutrin, and the chest pain went away. So. When I say I have like extreme med reactions, I'm not fucking joking. Like, so the next day.
She's making those. Wasn't it Shani that says 90111? I've never heard that, but that's interesting way to do it. I have my late partner's t-shirts to sleep in. He was big and tall. I really am Bizarro Amber because I can wear t-shirts as dresses.
I come back in the, like
You can't with Roz's victim personality today. Oh, that's what all of today is, Icky. It is a demonstration of just who Roz is.
late. Because I was in the ER.
I wanted to go through the journey of getting any sort of diagnosis. What did they say? What were you taking?
Too long. I was super hyped though because they had chocolate pudding packs and like really good turkey sandwiches, better than the other hospital. So I was like, yes.
Well, Wellbutrin would have helped with her hunger, maybe. I use it for my mood, weight management, and quitting vaping. Oh my gosh, aren't you exhausted? Please be gentle. It's my first time. Buy me dinner first. I can barely remember yesterday, Miss Chris. She is selective. You're going to hear about the concussions and all that too. Yeah.
So I ate there for
Jesus
that instead of my snack, because they have like snack time with different meat sandwiches and stuff at night in the hospital that I was staying at. But they actually like put a decent amount of meat on the sandwich and everything. So I was like lit. But then so I came back. Next morning is when I talked to Dr. Y.
Okay.
This man.
I was wondering when we were getting more into the like mental health of the mental health facility.
Walks into my room the day after I got back from the ER, doesn't ask me a single question and goes, well, I'm going to go ahead and discharge you today. And I was like, huh? So he didn't, and this is like, or like, I was like, this was 95% his fault, the 5% of my fault.
It seems reasonable to me that a nurse would check vitals if a patient has distress, and it sounds like they did. But since she said like shortness of breath with it and chest pain, on to the ER. We have to rule everything out.
Was I didn't lead with the Wellbutrin. The first thing I said was, I'm not leaving until I figure out what's going on with my clothes. And as soon as I started to keep
You're not kicking me out. I need my pajamas.
talking, he cut me off and he was just like, that's not my problem.
Doesn't really seem to have a lot to do with a mental health issue. Your t-shirt.
And he was going on and on. You guys know my memory loss. I wish I could like recall the exact conversation better than I currently can. But we were like, I was trying to talk and he kept talking over me and talking louder than me. And just like, well, and then I was like, I'm not ready to go home. And he goes, well, I'm discharging you. And he stormed out of my room. So y'all.
Were you still having SI? Like, what was the reason you wanted to stay?
Y'all, I whipped my ass out of bed so fast. And when I say I screamed, I was like, doctor, in his name. And all the staff.
She's a liar. We were only getting her critiques of how educated and competent the professionals were. And other patient stories, drugs, and all of her shit. I'm on that medication. When you first start it, it can be shortness of breath. It can increase anxiety while you adjust. She's being a baby about it.
And it's because like there's like not a ton of staff in that ward because they're up to 5 patients in that ward. I think it's up to like 15 or 20 in the adult ward. And he stopped because we were not done speaking.
Oh, the entitlement. The entitlement. I'm not leaving until I have my shorts. Okay, well, we only have 5 beds in here. You seem not to be in a medical crisis anymore. This seems like you can be followed up with your normal healthcare provider. No, you are talking to me.
And I was pissed at how he was treating me. So while I'm experiencing chest pain, super heightened anxiety, which was the other side effect I was having from the Wellbutrin, and all.
Were you still experiencing chest pain and they released you from the ER?
Of that, I had to have a verbal altercation with my doctor in the hallway. And when we were talking, we were just like, he was just trying to justify why he wanted to discharge me. And I'm like, I went to the ER yesterday, asshole. Like, what? And I told him, I think the chest pain's from the Wellbutrin. Like, I need to talk to you about this. Like, I'm not in a place to go back home. Like, because what had happened is like the first.
Who is your normal mental health care provider? Are we able to talk to them?
First day I was like, okay. The second day I was like kind of unsure and I was just sleeping a lot and like being in geriatric wasn't really working for me. And so,
does she expect going to like 0 to 100 while you're there? Not stabilized?
Like I was like part of the reason why he was trying to discharge me, but my meds were not managed at all. I think he had already put me on the trazodone for sleep. And then it was also his last day. It was before shift change, which I think is why he was actually trying to discharge me. Anyway, so we go back into the.
If he was going through a shift change, he wouldn't have been there, correct? Then why would he have really cared? That's an odd excuse.
room when we sat down and we started talking about this. And to his credit, he genuinely apologized. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
That's because he didn't want to deal with you screaming at him.
And at least 1 or 2 of those admitted why he was.
Why would he want to discharge you before a shift change? That's super dumb. That's what I was saying. Like, he wasn't going to be there.
Wrong. And a doctor that can do that is something I respect, because a lot of them have too much ego for that shit. So that was nice, and he admitted to escalating me.
Chat, you can be your own advocate and not be a Rosie. Don't be a Rosie, chat. Never go full Rosie, please. Yes, please advocate for yourself. Take your health and yourself seriously. Screaming doesn't typically work. Not typically.
Apologizing for that and all of that. So, okay, fine. And he was like, okay, and we won't discharge you. And then it was not long after that when the nursing director came to me and was like, so, hey, we're in the process of gutting the cots out of this room, and we're going to put 2 hospital beds in there, and then we're going to move you up there. So now they're going to actually have hospital beds for adults that stay up there, which is like...
Rosie, if you were safe to leave before the shift change, that's okay. He didn't want to escalate you. You escalated to get what you wanted. That's as kind as I'll say it. I think they wanted to discharge her because she was stable and they need the bed. That's what I was saying. Yeah, like she said on this floor, they had 5 beds.
Something you should have...
It doesn't seem like the reason she checked herself in was still a persistent issue. She checked herself in because she was having negative reaction to the gabapentin. She was no longer taking the gabapentin, and it had been days. It doesn't seem like she was still having any SI. It seems like something we can follow up with our primary care manager or our mental health provider, excuse me.
Already done, but like the fact that I went there twice and they're doing that is awesome, because it's not just for a bariatric patient. There are going to be middle-aged people with health issues, pregnant people that need incline. Like shit, all the rooms should have hospital beds, but I die fucking grass. And so what day did I move up there?
I had to rewind a bit and re-listen. This is oddly reminiscent of the J Bay's body cam footage. Oh, if you guys want a good watch, I tell you, go watch Charlie Gold's video, compare, contrast.
Probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I'm not sure. That's when a whole new saga began, because I mainly slept through most of the groups down when I was downstairs, because the geriatric groups are very like rudimentary, and I don't mean that to be like judgmental, but I've been in therapy for so long in my life and I've done so much therapeutic work. They're just like, what is depression? This is depression. This is how you know you have depression. And I'm like, oh my God, please, or
she's such a brat. Such a brat and so dismissive. Oh, I have to send you something on the Twitters or the Titters.
Or like, it was just stuff. Like the best group they did was when we did watercolor painting. So let me like kind of...
What about the karaoke? I thought that was fun.
Go up here for a second and read some of these. Okay, Skinny. Hi. Okay.
She's so good at therapy, guys. I wish she would take some of the knowledge she has, since she's done so much therapy, and work on herself. Like, keep working on yourself, That's exactly it. And with the shift change, the fresh staff will review charts and meet the patients. Oh, come back. They don't want to do that with Rosie instead of a patient in need if her care is completed. To be fair, I've been discharged from a mental health unit before I thought I was ready. People have different degrees of support at home and may not feel ready. That's true, Kelly.
I've been ignoring the comments. So give me a second.
It does seem like, to me, my personal opinion, she takes advantage of the resources that are available, though, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She doesn't have depression. She does, though. She's been diagnosed with 2 different types of depression. She does have depression.
Yeah.
That one is in the books.
I hope he does too. Or actually, no. Actually, he doesn't. Yeah, that was one of the things. Housekeeping is by protocol. They're not allowed to touch our laundry, which is why I was so angry.
Okay, we're going in with the pajamas.
Oh, he wasn't on call. It was his shift. He was there they do 7 days on, 7 days off. So I got switched, and I got, and Dr. E took me under his care. I was so thankful for that. They didn't really do crafts while I was there. They can, I think. It kind of depends.
It's possible she didn't feel ready, and maybe she wasn't ready, but that's something the docs would have addressed with her without an altercation. Maybe he was having a bad day, Who knows? This is all from Rosie's lens, and she does wear a very rose-colored glass.
On the person operating them and all that, it just depends. Right, no, they literally, like, by protocol, they broke protocol. Like, it's the staff's fault, which is why I'm not conceding on them compensating me for my clothes, because it's ridiculous. And they lost another guy's clothes, too. They saw your legs, Dad.
Oh, my chicken legs.
Yeah, the hereditary ones, thanks for that.
Make some pat. Oh my God, I love that little sound that you have.
I'm just, never mind. Those were my father's legs. I noticed him, like, after he had walked by. I didn't see it on the camera, though. That's funny. Okay.
Sorry, but she knows the right buzzwords to get the right diagnosis she wants, so I'm not buying it. Whenever we get over to hold on. We still have a lot of this left. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. Once we get over to her next video where it is completing autism assessment, I think you will find it a bit interesting. Yes. As you said, she does know buzzwords and she knows the stereotype of certain things.
Okay, so now we're on to the adult saga. That was a brief summary because honestly, I slept through most of the geriatric because it was real emo down there. Well,
Rewind for a second. She slept through most of the geriatric mental health facility time because it was real emo in the mental health facility. People were sad. Am I hearing this right? Am I hearing this right?
don't lie. Yeah. I actually can't think of anything more depressing than a geriatric psych ward.
As an adult emo, what? Wow, the nerve. Yeah, she slept through most of it because it was real emo down there. Ma'am? What?
It was rough. But once I got moved upstairs, they got the recliner at that point. I think I kind of skipped over that. They didn't have it, and so they ordered it like after they had an embarrassing, frustrating situation with me. And
oh, what was the embarrassing, frustrating situation with you, Rosie?
which was like not lit, not fun, nor fresh. And,
I hate when she says that.
and we get to what happened. At what point did I meet H? When did she come in?
Doctors can see through it. Plus, 10 days of observation means they can monitor 24 hours a day. She can't keep it up that long. That's why they booted her without the diagnosis she wanted. I find you spewing this nonsense from your pool as your father listens pretty depressing. Oh my God, not Hawthorne Heights.
Wednesday? So I may have been up there for a day without her, but we met in the
I have lost my clothes in the psych ward, to be fair, but if I hadn't gotten them back, the sure shit wouldn't be my priority after getting out. That's why she said she wasn't leaving, Pat. It wasn't even getting out. She said she refused to leave until they got them.
TV room. It was one of the only times I went into the TV room. I was the youngest one in the stroke ward years ago for my spine. Oh, okay, so you kind of can relate.
I only like fit, fun, and fresh psych wards. They just have to have the right vibes, you know? What a statement. So she's calling doctors uneducated, talking about, fuck the geriatric mental health ward because it's so emo down there.
I'm blanking. Okay, so actually, now it's not raining. Can you hand me my bag, please? Also, I'm grabbing a soda, but you know what you could do? If you're feeling real helpful, if you want to heat me up the butter chicken factory meal with
What a helpful father.
the fork so I can eat that.
I've been in a geriatric psych unit because of my grandfather. My husband ran a geriatric psych hospital. Trust me, the average resident is way more mobile and healthier than Roz.
That'd be lit. I say lit way too much, sorry guys. Hey Minka, thank you.
Sky, I'm a tarot reader and you have such a beautiful soul. I really wish the best for you. Aw, Zoe. Sky.
It's okay.
Aw.
Yeah, you can watch the playback. I'm just telling stories from the psych ward. Oh, I have a psych ward snack. These are my life's.
She's making sure she brings the fun pins and the bracelet and the snacks.
Blood when I go to the hospital. Y'all know I already love this anyway. But anytime they have these, I'm like, gimme.
Did I catch right that she's saying she wants financial compensation for the clothes though? Yes. Yes.
Because the other really hot commodity is the baked Lay's chips. But
oh my God, calling them a psych ward snack. Stop. The medical kidnapping psych ward was a public funded hospital. Low grade, not fun, not fresh. She likes the resort type wards, fun and fresh. Karaoke.
my brain. I'll probably come back and tell more stories later on too. How long have I been live? Oh, it's only been 40 minutes. So, I walked in the TV room and that's when I met H, and there was another lady in there. And
Oh, so karaoke wasn't on the geriatric floor, it doesn't seem.
first, me and H thought this girl had kind of bad vibes. But later on, what we realized is I think she was just really guarded, super guarded.
Has she forgotten where she's at? Bad vibes. They might not have checked themselves in. Maybe somebody else checked them in. What is this?
And there was experiences later on where she really opened up, and by the time she left, she was really smiling and really happy, and she said some really nice things to me.
So when she checked in to the mental health facility. The woman seemed guarded and not doing great. But as she spent days there where they were probably monitoring her and adjusting medications and such and therapy, she was smiling. That's interesting. She's talking like this is a fucking summer camp. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Like, this isn't mental health facility.
And we kind of just had an opportunity to like kind of open up, and we had like a specific group session where I gave her some advice and stuff, and I think that kind of caused her
Oh yes, everyone wants Rosie advice.
to, you know, open up or whatever. But we kind of like talked for a little bit, and then me and H ended up connecting, and I think I mentioned earlier in this live, H was like had like met this guy online, and they started chatting for a little.
I wonder if Rosie was spoiled constantly growing up and her brother was forgotten in the background. I don't think so, Peace Frog. I think her brother, after, you know, he was diagnosed, her mother went on to get, you know, extra knowledge. Can I have the link to the streams in my Twitter? My Twitter? Yes, of course. But her mother went on to become more educated about autism. I'm laughing at Bun. Sorry, not autism. Bun sent me a funny photo. Her sister did well, and Rosie, it seems like she wanted to sometimes cause some issues just so she got attention, you know? Like, she would do things just for that. And she talks about it some in her leaving the Mormon religion stuff, not as much with her brother, but what kind of child she was, that she was a good kid, but she did get caught looking up porn as she questioned her sexual identity and stuff. So it seems like she did things that were against the grain for her family. Oh, excuse me. Over here. Thank you.
A bit, and she agreed to go meet up with him like an hour or two away from here for like a couple days, and she ended up basically being held captive for almost a year and like being coerced into this relationship, like really dark stuff. I'm not in this live, I won't get too much into it, but she shared with me like what she experienced, and like, bro, I have no words. And she and I really bonded over like, because there was
Buns, the one thing you sent me earlier, interesting. Wow. I don't know why that person disliked me so much. Wow. Excuse me, I said play.
there were like, our stories are very different in like the context, the timelines, the like, because mine was so much more on the internet and like hers was so in person, but like the behaviors of the R2 people and like dealing with a narcissistic sociopath was crazy. And so we bonded a lot over that. And then
Aren't you exhausted? Do you think that little clip you sent me is copyrighted? If not, I want to play it.
there was another person, I mentioned Elle. She was actually like, we didn't get to bond with her.
Yeah, let me wind up.
She experienced, and like, bro, I have no words. And she and I really bonded over like, because there were like, our stories are very different in like the context, the timelines, the like, because mine was so much more on the internet and like hers was so in person, but like the behaviors of the R2 people and like dealing with a narcissistic sociopath was crazy. And so we bonded a lot over that. And then there was another person, I mentioned Elle. She was actually like, we didn't get to bond with her as much until a little time had passed, because she was actually like, while she was there, she reattempted. Did you catch my drift?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Rosie was talking shit about Elle. It's a vibe. I don't think so. I played it last night at the beginning of my stream. Oh, perfect. She's talking shit about Elle, saying Elle had a bad vibe and was, you know, not good juju until Elle was getting the treatment that they needed, to the point Elle continued to have SI. And what are we doing?
And so she was on like 72-hour watch and stuff, and her story is really tragic, and she was also a victim to a narcissistic sociopath. So we literally like kind of formed a little trio bond. And
Isn't this trauma bonding? Retelling someone's personal information that they shared in a medical facility is absolutely inappropriate. Were you in here earlier, Alice, when she was sharing about the guy in the Kuwaiti and digging up bombs and losing her house, saying like, this feels very personal.
like would just sit in the seclusion room.
Chat is to talk, correct? What do you mean, net detective? I just mean like, these are other people's stories that are pretty
And like
personal.
swapped
I have no issue with her sharing her own experience.
trauma stories for hours. And like we got really close. And I'm gonna maybe even like hold off on a lot of stories about age, because I think y'all are gonna end up meeting age. Like, I think
I don't, to my knowledge, believe we ever met H.
we're gonna like, I think we're really about to be like friends. So yeah, it's really skinny. It is. Yeah, me too. I'm glad I got to meet her. She's
Back in the ear.
a year younger than me. We have a lot in common, like outside of our trauma.
She could at least move her arms in circles while talking, or hold on to the edge and move her legs. Oh, you mean like just getting some movement in while we're in the pool sort of thing?
She and I could like hang out and talk for hours and hours and like weren't annoyed with each other at all. I gotta tell y'all about S though. This woman, okay, she was like barely 5 foot tall. She's a skinny little thing. She was a lot older. She had like an injured arm. When she first came in,
these are very descriptive things.
we were all sick of her
Hey, suburban hillbilly.
because she was really symptomatic. So she was really not doing good. In terms.
Oh my gosh, Rosie, Roz, what the fuck? We were sick of her because she was in a mental health facility and she was symptomatic. Scar, how do you manage to do this? Do what? She was so symptomatic. How dare?
Of like, she was very manic.
How long was she in there? 10 days.
She was just like motor mouthing. She could not stop like trauma dumping her stories.
Rosie, this was a mental health facility. This was not a vacation. You're judging one person because they were having SI. You're judging another person because you said they're in a manic episode. Why do you think they're there, Rosie? I think it's time to bust a move. Oh, okay. I will play this really quick. We're going to bust a move. Share this tab. Hold on. Oh my gosh. We're just, taking a nice little breather before we get too pissed off. A nice little breather. Rosie is what the fuck are you doing right now? You nasty fucking yeah. Just they are. I need this on a constant loop. Baby Zach. Thank you. Aren't you exhausted for dropping that in my box? What? Shut up.
And just being like naming
Such a mood and icon.
like first and last naming her ex-husband, like just like I don't want to like repeat it because a lot of it involves names and stuff, but
oh my, I know, I didn't mean to say it the way I said it.
It was at first we were kind of like okay, but she was like literally interrupting the people operating groups and like bulldozing and talking and
you know what, Rosie, consider yourself blessed to never have to experience a manic episode.
It got to the point that like in one group 6 of us left, like stormed out.
Oh my God, I didn't see Ambi in the corner. I love Zachary Michael. Sounds like she's the one ego can't shut the fuck up. It's a mental health facility, Rosie. This shows me you shouldn't have been there. Yes, she was looking in a mirror.
Because we were getting triggered at certain points, like sensory wise.
Oh, she's the one who can't shut the fuck up.
It's because it was
Scar, tell me more about your box. Well, it's filled with, aren't you exhausted right now?
non-stop the first day. Once her meds balanced, she got easier to deal with.
Wow, it's so weird when someone's in a mental health crisis, and then once it's managed, they tend to be a little more there. Weird.
And the second day was when I sat down.
Scar, you have stamina? Oh my gosh, we're talking about boxes and stamina? What are you guys doing today?
Boundaries with her. Because the first day was just like, we were all like kind of nervous to talk to her about it because we didn't know how she'd respond to confrontation. But by the end of it, like spoiler alert, like she became a part of the group.
Rosie, I'm just going to say this. I don't like you. I don't hate you. I don't have the energy to hate any of these people. But I don't like you. You are very entitled and tone deaf. Very tone deaf.
Because, that's kind of the thing is like.
She reminds me of Angelina Jolie's character in Girl Interrupted. Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen it. I can't quite recall. I won't lie to you.
we're all people here. We all have our stories, and we all handle them differently. And a lot of us have like different diagnoses, or similar ones too. There were some people that were just there for like depression, but some. Oh, oh, cool! Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
Read the room. Yes.
Oh, awesome. We'll do. I think this is a keto meal. Ooh, that smells good. So before I left, like not long before I left, I ordered factory meals, and I was gonna make a.
I just had to do something to fend off the annoyance. So I'm making sticky toffee loaf. My hands are sticky with dates. Ooh, she acts exactly like this. Imagine some psych patients are annoying, eating in the pool. She's already had the apple, now this. I almost made a joke about Girl Interrupted, but it was way too dark, so I didn't.
Video, because I used Zachary Michael's code.
Did Dad just bring food to the pool? Yes. Wait, he's been there this entire time? For most of it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Speaking of Zachary Michael, and they shall appear.
Ooh, that smells good. So before I left, like not long before I left, I ordered factory meals, and I was gonna make a video because I used Zachary Michael's code from his Twitch. Because I've been wanting to try them. And then these expire in like 2 days, so I'm gonna be like eating these.
Rosie making this so clicky with the other patients and all this info is so toxic, sadly makes it seem unserious, even though this is such a serious situation. Yes, Melly. Scar, I'm telling my moms it's your fault for lack of cleaning. I'm sorry. Zach Mike's Twitch.
This is called
I don't watch that. How dare.
cauliflower rice
It takes 5 minutes to unsubscribe.
with butter chicken.
Did she go right to the pool instead of showering straight from the asylum? Well, she started this stream. She had an apple to her lips and said, guys, I haven't had fruit in 10 days. And she has her bracelet on. So I don't know what the steps were. I think it was straight to the fruit shop and then straight to the pool.
It smells really good.
I also get Zing's hands sticky. I believe you, Sky.
Okay. Okay.
Nope, we're not mukbanging right now, dear.
What happened?
Wait.
But man, it's like it has like a slightly diluted butter chicken flavor. But anyway,
Had to find her friend group. No fruit in a hospital. That's what she stated. That, and then the doctors told her because of her diabetes that she wasn't supposed to have ice cream on Ice Cream Friday. And she said, yes, I can, and had a fit and got her ice cream. Have a great Saturday, y'all. I hope your hubby starts feeling better.
yours are so important. But let me tell you what happened.
PG-13.
So she was like going on and on, and finally at some point I was like, listen, hun, I need you to stop. No more. Name it. No more about this person, this person, this person, this person. And she would go on and on about like how, because she's like all about smoking her weed and stuff. And she would go on and on about suing True Leaf because she fell in January, which we didn't even find out until yesterday that this had happened in January. Because we just like, what?
Okay. I told you not to go to reaction channels with our love. Scar, are you sharing your revenue with Sky for our DMs? Zingcat. Is she done with the food already? It doesn't seem like she's quite done with it. It seemed like there was a little bit left. Yeah, there was some left. She said the texture was a little off. It was a little watery.
So she was like going on and on. And finally at some point I was like, listen, hun, I need you to stop. No more. In January, which we didn't even find out until yesterday that this had happened in January. Because we just like, at one point everyone was like, do anyone know when she broke her neck? And they were like, no.
Broke her neck.
Because she wasn't wearing a neck brace. So I asked her, and that's when she told us it was in January. But anyway, she was like, she was like, I took out.
She is treating this like summer camp. Whoever said that, yes, that is a perfect analogy. Oh, this girl was a mean girl in the beginning, but then she became part of our group. Oh, this person had an off energy, their vibe. So we were like talking about them, but then we let them come in.
Pothole, I broke my neck.
This person, she was very annoying. She was like over talking and manic. And, it wasn't until her meds got regulated that she became tolerable. But oh my God, how annoying.
I can hurt my arm, and I'm going to be soon them get my settlement. I'm going to buy myself a house. I'm going to buy you a house. She was just going on and on. And so I was like, no more just talking about True Leaf. No more this, no more that, no more this. I can't do it anymore. I can't. And then from that moment on, she like started like collecting snacks and
Love you.
then like peddling them out to me and like all of our friends in our little group.
All of my friends in our little group. Maybe my experience was different, but the people I stayed with were like, beyond casual combo. Yeah. Scar, she fucking sucks. Pat Ray, I'm not going to disagree with you.
And we didn't ask her to. She would like get in line and get more food and then just give it to us. And like my friend H was pregnant, and that's a whole other part of it too.
These are so many details I don't need to know.
And
tell me about your stuff, Rosie. Tell me about yours. I've been to the psych ward twice. Fuck, I've never had a friendship group. I was pleasant to all, but there to work on me. That's what I'm hearing. What about working on ourselves? Where was the working on ourselves during this?
She was just this little spitfire. And so 2 days ago, I had a confrontation with this guy. And the day prior to that, he went ranting and raving and screaming in the hallways for 2 hours. He triggered the hell out of me. And my friend H is currently like in her trauma journey. She's like kind of where I was at 2 years ago. So she had like a full mental breakdown over it. And I was so mad. So I was telling them and all my friends, I was like, if he does this shit again tomorrow, because by the time I was ready to fucking fight.
Did she fucking forget where she's from? Listen, it's affecting mine. Like, they need to go. They're making my retreat very unpleasant. I expect a fuzzy robe and they need to go. This person that's having SI, they also need to go. They're messing up the vibe here. It's very emo, and I don't want it to be emo in the mental health facility.
He stopped, but I was like, if he does this shit again tomorrow, I'm saying something, because fuck that.
Oh no, dreading. I don't know who dreading is. Did a J-Bay video?
It's like, I was so sick of it. So I got on the phone and I happened to, I guess, be by this guy's room, and he was just some random patient on a Baker Act. I didn't really know much about him. And I heard him talking to my doctor, because we had the same doctor. And then I was skipping the pet therapy because I had moralistic differences with how that pet was being treated because of what I witnessed the first time I was there, and the same pet came for pet therapy. And I don't think that woman takes good care of her dog, and I think she's really harsh with her dog to the point.
She's eavesdropping? That's what I'm hearing, Princess Brioche. So we're eavesdropping on a patient. Dreading, the true crime channel dreading? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Maybe I am. I have to look. I follow tons of channels. Maybe. I like Coffee House Crime. Chava, thank you so much for becoming a blowy. Enjoy your blowies. So we're eavesdropping on a patient who was Baker acted.
Like exhausting her.
Moralistic.
Her name was Ginger. She was a golden retriever. She was sweet. She also smelled really bad. And so I left because I like when it comes to like zoos that like mistreat animals and stuff and all that, I have really strong opinions about that. And like, I'm not participating in this. This doesn't sit right with me.
She's also an ally, but she's okay with being homophobic. So pick and choose, Rosie, pick and choose. She's anti-capitalism, but all for Jeff Bezos. Pick and choose, pick and choose.
But anyway, so I went like on.
Is Baker Act like 5150? Yes.
In the seclusion room, and I heard him talking to my doctor, and
what the fuck does she know about pet care? Apparently Zachary Michael is neglecting Poe because they took him to the vet. Yes, that's what. If you've watched Zachary Michael's most recent video, they readdress that situation. If y'all haven't seen it, I do recommend.
Doctor, and I heard the whole conversation because he's actually was also on 10X, and he was wanting to get Adderall instead, even though anyway, I'm going to go into this.
You are not the patient.
The whole conversation because he's actually was also on 10X, and he was wanting to get Adderall instead, even though anyway, I'm going to go into this.
Jamie, how's your Saturday going? Yeah, Jamie, how is your Saturday? Is it just Jamie? Which Jamie?
Specifics, but and so he started ranting and raving, and I sat there for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a minute. I'm gonna give him a chance to shut the fuck up.
You are eavesdropping on this person's appointment, them talking to a provider, and you said you're going to give him a chance to shut the fuck up. Ooh, Rosie. And
then that's when I heard S, little like in this situation, she was dead ass like a chihuahua. Also, hi, who is she? Thank you so much.
Too comfortable telling other people's business online. If she talked about me on her YouTube and I was in the hospital, I would sue her. Wow, I'm on Concerta for my ADHD.
Like a little chihuahua, because I heard her saying, like, can you please stop? Like, I'm asking you really nicely, like, please stop. And he kept going, and he started going at her. And that's when I went, all right, fuck this. I got up, and I went out in the hallway. I turned to him, and I unleashed. I've never, like, the closest
You sound like a confrontational patient.
thing I've ever gotten yelling. Because I don't want to get, like, fucking strapped away or what Elle calls it, booty juice, getting the shot in the ass. Like, I don't want anything like that to happen to me. So I'm going to behave, like, I'm there voluntarily, right? And so I went off.
Rosie the hero. Why is this content for her? The nerve. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of just random movies, I talked about it in our Too Exhausted chat yesterday that I was going to watch it. Watched The Long Walk last night.
I started yelling at him, and I was telling him how, like, he was impeding on everybody else's care. Like, you know.
She loves screaming at men. That's what I'm starting to feel, Mel's. Like, she seems very abrasive.
He's triggering people. He upset my friend. You know, that, you know, people are here voluntarily. I'm here voluntarily. You're impeding on my care. Like,
okay. What? You dumb bitch. It doesn't sound like this person was there voluntarily. It sounded like they needed help. And even if you are there voluntarily, I'd hope you were there to get the help you need. Like, them getting help is impeding on your... You are so privileged.
And then I started, and that when I said that, I got even louder. So I went from like just kind of being loud to screaming. And I haven't screamed at somebody in genuinely like years. And I ended it by just with like the most emphasis that I could, like the loudest I could. I screamed, "Shut the fuck up! We're all sick of your shit." And while I was screaming, I noticed like the nursing staff, their initial reaction.
Everybody make sure your settings are on all or live messages so you don't miss any of the comments. Thank you, Jamie.
The nurse staff in the text, they did not expect that from me.
You might be forced to be here, but I'm on vacation. So could you keep it down? That's exactly how I'm reading it, Princess Brioche.
I don't even know if they knew I was in that room because I was supposed to be down the hall. Shut the...
Hold up. I'm so glad we went down memory lane.
Ended it by just...
Scar, was this before or after the Uber ride in Las Vegas? Well, the Uber ride that we saw her being confrontational with wasn't in Vegas. But this is definitely before Vegas. As far as, is this before that Uber ride? Let me look. I'll have to find it really quick.
With like the most emphasis that I could.
And the whole psych ward clapped.
Like the loudest I could, I screamed, "Shut the fuck up!"
Oh, yes. Goodbye, Kyle. That one where Charlie Gold does the comparison, that video, I think, is like a year ago when she was in Boston, I believe.
We're all sick of your shit. And while I was screaming, I noticed like the nursing staff, their initial reaction, the nurse staff in the text, they did not expect that from me. I don't even know if they knew I was in that room because I was supposed to be down the hall in pet therapy.
So you weren't even supposed to be at Maryland, Baltimore. I knew there was a B and an M. I was on the right track. Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, she was in Baltimore.
So when I whipped out of there, I started yelling. At first, it was like, and then they just kind of went like, "I'm minding my business," minding my business, and they just let me go because we were all sick of it. And so,
I don't believe. Yes, a nurse is going to see you screaming in somebody's room when you're not even supposed to be there. And be like, yes, I'm not going to involve myself. You are such a little filthy liar. She's proud of herself for screaming. She has PTSD and it still hasn't occurred to her how that will have triggered other patients. Oh God, please don't eat in the pool, the crumbs. Oh, this is her second dish in the pool.
his response to that was to then,
It does look quite watery. I'll give her that. It does look quite watery.
he started yelling back at me and just being like, because at first he was stunned. At first he didn't say anything for a second. And then he started yelling again. And I kind of paced for a second because I like...
She thinks this is a flex. It's really not. It's gross.
I don't really remember exactly what I said except for the little bit that I just told you. Because I kind of like just unleashed and like, not like blacked out literally, but just kind of like, I just don't really recall it very well. But afterwards I kind of paced for a second, was breathing. And then he said
Sounds like you were being an entitled brat.
something really fucking weird, like God's gonna make a woman out of you or something. And he was the kind, he was yelling a lot of psychobabble about being God, being the devil.
So this person who was Baker acted was yelling psycho babble. But she was super understanding of J-Bay. And there need to be resources available. But this person who was in the hospital is shouting psycho babble.
Hellfire, stone type shit. You just, and as an ex-Mormon with like religious trauma, I just, that kind of...
As I said, I listened to that video today. Her religious trauma stuff is... it sounds like the big trauma that happened to her wasn't as far as the church. The trauma stuff was her questioning her sexuality, and that the church taught her the wrong things as far as like love being love. She didn't believe that before. That's the big trauma as far as the church, and that she felt like people were pretending to be her friends to make her an active participant again. Of all the girls, at least Rosie doesn't have a pet. Point for her, Idiot Witch, you're right. I will give her a point for not the pet. Oh my God, I just got here. The pan of food in the pool is wild. Oh, Jack Skellington. Just wait, she's being such a brat.
This shit puts so much rage in my fucking body. I can't even.
Oh, and according to her, Mormons are just manipulative. She just has her brother. I'm going to go on podcast mode because this visual is too much. What do you mean, Yummy?
Yeah, seriously. I'm so glad he heated up this meal for me. Amazing.
Scar, could you point me in the direction of that video, her religious trauma one, or will we be watching it at some point? We'll probably watch it at some point, but if you'd like to watch it before then, I think it's called, hold on, it's in my history. Let me bounce over to my YouTube again. That way I can drop the link for you. History. Where are you? My complicated experience with the Mormon church. Okay, copy. Okay, paste. There we go. The one I dropped is for her relationship with LDS.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people. Am I on? Hold on.
No.
Fresh vegetables. Oh.
Was she just having frozen meals?
Flavor. Oh my God. I don't have to season my plate as I eat it. I hate doing that.
Girl, we've seen your cooking. Madam.
But yeah. Oh, so after I got done yelling at him though, two things happened. As the little lady, what I call it, Chihuahua, she went
Well, are we going to share other people's details? Just wondering.
from being like, and please stop, to like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna kick you in the ball. I'm like, Sherry, no, get in the exclusion room. And she's like, okay. And then went straight in the exclusion room. It was so funny.
Right.
Being like, and please stop, to like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna kick you in the ball. I'm like, Sherry, no, get in the exclusion room.
She really thinks she's hot shit. She's the hot shot on the mental health ward.
And
She causes most of the issues she has in life. Oh, she said her name?
she's like, okay. And then went straight in the exclusion room. It was so funny. And I was telling all my friends afterwards, we were all dying laughing. Because
Yes, it's very funny. As someone's in a mental health crisis and they're screaming, it's so funny to laugh at that person.
wish if
If they're acting inappropriately, you should have let the staff handle it.
I ever like meet up with her in person and she's willing to be on camera, I wish I could just embody what this woman is like. She's one of the most funny people. Once she got like a little more toned down, she was like, she's one of those people where like I could probably only hang out with her for like a couple hours before being like,
So she's been in psychosis and understands. She doesn't understand anything. I went into psychosis for a week talking to people that weren't there and paranoid. Literal hell on earth. Fuck you, Rosie. Thank you for sharing with your experience with us, Sneaky. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, and that she kind of mocks mental health. She's mocking mental health throughout this. Huh.
like I gotta go. But she is like, I don't know. She's
And she insisted on being there with those other patients. She probably upset so many people, either there against their will and terrified or otherwise desperate to get better. Rosie, you're scum. It was too emo. Sugar. Yep.
endearing, you know? So, oh, you're fine. If anything drops in the pool, the filter will catch it. I love
I couldn't even make 30 minutes in the same room as you, Rosie. Oh my God.
eating in the pool.
Okay, there you guys go. She loves eating in the pool. I don't see it changing.
This is my first meal post-hospital. And I'm so happy about it. An apple. I'll eat it.
Can you find or imagine finding out that there's a YouTuber mocking your experience and story just on the internet like that? It's so outrageous. It's sad. Like, it's very, very sad.
Orange later. Cauliflower rice with butter chicken. Life is good. You and that filter fight as it is. My dad just cleaned the filter, so hopefully that's gonna fix something.
She's fucking bites her silverware. Ouch. You know, I'd just be curious. She was standing, so confidently against how J-Bay was treated, which, have your opinion, J-Bay was saying some fucking shit. She was having some strong opinions because she was in a mental health crisis. But these people that are in there trying to get help for their problems, she's laughing, calling them emo, saying they're manic, saying they're psychotic.
Oh, was that a potato?
Hey, Shellvicious.
Or was that chicken? I think it was chicken. Anyway.
What baffles me is how she has so many subs. Zoe, she's had some interactions as far as like with Mr. Beast. And what is her name? Is it starts with an M? I stumbled upon it because I was also looking at her lives because we've done a lot of her videos, like retroactives, but we haven't done a lot of her older lives. And she did another collab with somebody else, and I think that's what garnished a lot of people in there. She's the type that goes in for a vacation. Busted can. The way she's been talking. Michelle McDaniel. Yes. That's who it was. She also got quite a bit of viewers from that.
There's so much that happened.
Oh, also that as well, Sparkle. You have to be subscribed to say anything, so people click and then they forget to unclick, which...
Okay. You're eating a BLT?
Oh, yeah.
Rude. You didn't tell me that was an option.
Yeah, you better chicken, baby.
I will also take a BLT. Thank you very much.
Wait, what?
You're eating a BLT?
Oh, yeah.
Rude. You didn't tell me that was an option.
You asked them to make this for you.
Yeah, you better chicken, baby.
I will also take a BLT. Thank you very much.
I will also take a BLT. Thank you very much.
Butter it up. Let me check my dad was fighting
Zoe.
for his life with that cough over there, so I was just checking on him. He was choking on his BLT.
An apple, that meal, and a BLT? Yep.
Oh no!
Scraping the bowl clean.
Yeah. This was not very...
I generally don't... Oh, don't apologize at all, diary. Please don't. I generally don't ask people if they want food while I'm watching them eat a full meal. No. Like, why would you think about it? Like, hey, will you heat up this food for me? Of course. I'm going to make myself some food. You already have your food. I guess I'll make myself some food. Are you eating in front of me and you didn't offer me whatever you're having? You're eating.
filling.
ALR coded. There's other food.
I will say that.
I know, right?
For $13 retail, what the fuck?
I know, right?
For like $6, I mean, okay. It's still not that.
Still.
Yeah, keep that up, right?
Mid-bite.
But yeah, so, let me see.
Do none of these people vet her before platforming her? She's wrong and loud all of the time. Before, she didn't really speak as... Like, this one, compared to her pre-recorded content, is very different levels of energy. Like, if you just watched her pre-recorded and you haven't gotten to see who she is when she opens her mouth otherwise, you'd be like, oh, this poor, sweet woman. But once you start listening to her stuff...
What else is going on with me? My dad is... I don't know.
Also, they found her on Instagram, which is also a different vibe. Oh my God, Bella, happy birthday. Happy birthday. My birthday song is short. Hey, just noticed she is still wearing the hospital bracelet. Gosh, she's just so quirky. Take that back. Take back that. We were talking about it in the beginning. How performative. She came on with an apple in her hand, her bracelet like up to the screen. She's like, oh, I haven't had fruit in 10 days. Oh, I just have to eat this first before I start talking to you guys. Bella, did you get was it Pizza Hut? Did you get some Pizza Hut?
I don't know if cool is the word. He's more of a geek. Oh, he heard me. Okay, so what was I talking about?
Everybody
Yeah, he's gonna be around in the background a lot more now. But he's gonna be in the States for a few months. Oh yeah, I know. I think his gamer tag is literally like, or not. Maybe.
She's a terrible, insensitive, entitled person. I wonder at this point, because she was talking about Obese to Beast yesterday, the day before, like 2 days ago, maybe. Is she talking about Levi? Let's see. No, she's talking about her father, I think, because she's saying he's going to be in the state for a few months. Did someone say pizza? I want beef and broccoli. Ooh, that sounds yummy. What was I saying? It's gone.
Oh yeah, I know. I think his gamer tag is literally like, or not, maybe, was it his gamer tag or his like motorcycle name, Geekster? Dad.
Oh, no, she's definitely talking about her father.
Is it your gamer tag or like your motorcycle name that was Geekster? Or was it Doug Geekster? Oh god, it was Doug Geekster. Like,
My gamer tag is Easter1127.
oh, okay.
All right. Well, Dad just let y'all know his gamer tag if you, I don't know, want to play games with Paw.
But
You're getting hot pot tonight. You're so excited. Oh, it's so good. Lucky.
Yeah. Because what was the name of your motorcycle?
it was a victory.
Hey, Blue.
Nope.
I don't know.
I don't need to hear about your dad's motorcycle and his video games. I don't care about Paw. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay. I'm getting kind of tired. There's so many stories to tell you guys.
And they're not yours. There are a ton of stories, but they don't belong to you.
Ugh.
Part 2.
True.
It's YouTube, babe.
You're not wrong. I might want to go live tomorrow too.
We know they will.
We're gonna order in 2 hours. One Supreme, one, is it Brasileira? I'm not gonna be able to say that well. One Portuguese. Happy day, and after 4 days of party, this is the best end. Oh my God, that's her talking about her dad. Weird. They have a weird dynamic.
Does anybody have any questions for me? Because I've been just kind of yabbing.
Why do you feel entitled to talk about mental health as emo? People that are having episodes saying they're manic and we couldn't tolerate them. For someone who doesn't seem like they were voluntarily there, that they were messing up your vibe.
Yabbing. Oh, well, let me just tell you where I landed. Also, hi guys. Hello.
Why you felt the need to say people's names and share very specific details about the patients.
Let me just tell you where I landed, because like basically the main reason I was there for so long was like all the med changes.
Appreciate this stream, Scar. I was unaware of this particular bit of nastiness. As was I. I hadn't watched this one yet. I had her getting assessed for autism. I have vulnerable video journal, chronic depression, but I hadn't watched this yet. So I saw that she had been, I'm back. So I figured, why not? And I'm glad we watched it.
And I had issues with the Wellbutrin. I think we might have trialed another med that I just don't fucking remember. I don't remember. I really don't.
Did they give you discharge paperwork?
But they got me started on this medication called Remeron. It's a mental health medication that's in its own class. It's like not an SSRI.
Oh my God, Bella.
It's not an SNRI. It's not it's not in the same class as TEDx or like antipsychotics or anything like that. It's in its own class. And in the lower dosages, like at least in the 2 to 3 lower dosages, mirtazapine. Are you talking about Remeron? I literally for breakfast had like 5 slices of French toast, 3 sausage patties, and I think like 1 or 2 other things, and I was like still hungry. Then I had like 3 pulled tortilla sandwiches for lunch. I was like, yeah, I can't do this. I can't live like this. I can't be doing that. I cannot be that hungry. It's not going to work for me. So we talked about it, and he started upping it, and it did reduce my appetite pretty instantly, actually. And then
she was a hungry girl. She is so quirky. She has a med that no one else has, you guys.
We were talking about like my anxiety and stuff. We ended up going all the way to 30 milligrams and moving it into the morning. And so now it has like no increased appetite, which is really good, because when I was eating at that level and I was like dealing with all that, I was like, I cannot do this. This is absolutely no.
See this? I'm fine with this. You can share your personal story with the medication that you tried and how it affected you and why it didn't work and how they increased it. This is your story. A pregnant woman in the hospital who dealt with a stalker is not my business. Another woman had to deal with something traumatic. It's not my business.
But by the time I hit the 30 milligrams, yo.
Hey, Lori.
My depression and anxiety's never been better. Rosie gives the bag hell. Oh my God. I need to go back to kickbox. What I actually need to do is start getting my ass in this pool every single day and getting my mobility.
That sounds like
Spoiler, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that did sound like a train. That was weird. I don't know. I so hate RLS. What's RLS? Oh, restless leg syndrome. Got you. Yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, I haven't gotten restless legs yet. And actually, so while I was in the hospital, I didn't have these.
I fear when people go into her chat and say any diagnosis that she's going to start saying she has it. It is a fear of mine. Just don't tell her any conditions.
But I've bought magnesium, vitamin D, and ashwagandha.
Silly me. I keep thinking her bracelet is a Fitbit. Silly, silly buns.
Because I believe ashwagandha helps a lot with stress. But like, since I hit the 30 milligrams of the Rammer,
When my late partner used to ask, what is wrong with you? I had two answers. I blame society, or at least I'm not boring. Fair?
my anxiety and depression is doing. I'm shocked at how good I'm doing. Like, I think once I have a little time to get here, like get back into the, like, I might take a day to just like, you know, vibe and chill. I don't have to worry about seeing my psych till the 28th.
I think that would have been a good thing to do before you went live. It's a lot to process. You started different meds. It seems like you had a lot of different experiences. Maybe just taking a day off before you came directly on. I feel like this was a lot of vulnerable information put out about people that maybe we shouldn't have shared.
Weekend I don't have any plans, but next weekend I'm flying somewhere. Things are happening next weekend.
Wow, that's one positive thing she said. A new med helped her symptoms. I'd have liked that short version of getting to that update without everyone else's private details. So Remeron is a tricyclic. It's not in a special class of its own. What the fuck is she talking about? Is amitriptyline a tricyclic? I have no idea.
That's all I'm gonna say for now. And that's one of the reasons I decided to go to the hospital when I did, because I realized it was coming up. I realized I wasn't where I thought I needed to be. I knew my meds needed more management. And then when my psych said what he said,
This video could have been a 5-minute update. Tricyclics are older and certainly not fancy or glamorous. Thank you for that, Long White.
I made the decision within a couple hours and just to go the next day. What?
Starting the
I realized I wasn't where I thought I needed to be. I knew my meds needed more management. And then when my psych said what he said, I made the decision within a couple hours and just to go the next day. What?
Starting the rookie, but fun fact: women spend more time wondering what men are thinking than men spend actually thinking.
Okay, if you didn't hear her dad's joke. Oh, there it goes. Thought my screen messed up. If you didn't hear her dad's joke, it said women spend more time wondering what men are thinking than men actually do thinking. If you didn't hear.
Did y'all hear that? He's so
Remeron, also known by its generic name, mirtazapine, is a tetracyclic antidepressant.
far away.
Yeah, joke.
Hey, did you hear that? I want to know. Yeah, I am flying soon.
Okay, focus. This bikini is extra weird and Lefty feels uncomfortable.
It's
You should have seen her in the beginning. She just looked naked.
gonna be for a really big opportunity. They missed it. Do you want to holler it over here?
Yeah. Women spend more time wondering what men. Let me go.
No.
Wait, menstrual?
He's reading a Facebook meme, I'm assuming.
Yes. Fun
Yeah.
fact: women spend more time wondering what men are thinking than men spend actually thinking.
Oh, menstrual was men spend, and it says menstrual. Lefty is mad. She hates being confined. Lefty is disappointed in the situation.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Don't encourage him. Stop it.
Come here, Dad. Hi, Jamie.
What?
Nikki said, come here, Dad.
Oh.
I almost said something. It's just because I'm feeling petty and she's pissed me off. Hey, Rosie, who'd your dad vote for? You want to talk about it?
Yeah. True, LOL. Oh, LMAO. But yeah,
I understand. It was petty. Yes, amitriptyline is a tricyclic.
I have a lot more to tell you guys, honestly, but I think I'm just gonna kind of vibe for a few more minutes before I get off.
Why?
Gross. The Muppet animal.
Oh, animal, yeah, the
Is it muted? Is it?
Muppet.
Animal goes. I said, Alexa, what do women want? The thing hasn't shut up for 7 days.
All right, Dad.
Lady, what do women want? And the thing hasn't shut up for 7 days.
Sit down. You're in meme timeout.
Am I on me time now?
Yeah.
Lori, I'm not sure. Huh.
It's supposed to do and it's not doing it. I just wanted to like start the peel process for me. Oh, I have a spoon. What am I doing?
I have to head downstairs for a few. I'm going to take you guys downstairs on my phone. Bonus, Mom is bringing groceries. Ooh, I hope you make something delicious. Keep earning your haters, Papa. She's asking for feeder jokes. Is that what she said?
I have a lot more to tell you guys, honestly, but I think I'm just gonna kind of vibe for a few more minutes before I get off, because I'm noticing I feel noticeably tired, because I'm like more tired because I'm like recalling. He's getting up to read more memes, guys.
Read more memes.
Animal. The Muppet. Gross. The Muppet animal.
Oh, animal, yeah, the Muppet.
Animal goes, I said, Alexa, what do women
Oh,
want?
that's animal.
Anyway, let me see. I'm gonna start peeling my orange. Come on. So I want this.
Do y'all peel oranges this way? This is
To
fascinating.
do what, I have a vision of what this is supposed to do, and it's not doing it.
I don't understand. Who peels an orange this way?
I just wanted to like start the peel process for me. Oh, I have a spoon. What am I doing?
Hey, Nikki, I don't know if you've seen this one. Talk about rage bait.
Look you. Oh.
Okay, so we had an apple, what is the meal called? A factor meal. We're having a BLT and a giant orange. Okay.
Too much orange essence in my nose. Oh my god.
I don't eat oranges stick to easy peelers. I like clementines.
You guys don't understand. The only thing I wanted the entire time, Rosie, do you go live every day, same time? No.
Tetracycline is an antibiotic that causes teeth staining in young patients. Oh, interesting, Lori. I didn't know that.
Oh, Melissa, I just actually got out of the hospital, so I haven't done
She's not a feeder channel, but she nonstop eating in the pool.
anything in
We
like 10
have
days.
been
If I go live, it
going and
can
going
kind of vary.
and
I tend to be more live at 6. Experiences and all that, and I'm getting like really tired, so
Wait,
I'm so hyped about this orange. Oh my god. And I've been just kind of sharing stories about my experiences and all that, and I'm getting like
those weren't yours to share. No, they were not your stories.
really tired, so
Oh, my leg.
I want to work on getting my stamina back up. How you feel coming home? Good. For sure.
It's a big old orange. And they're also making that BLT. I wonder if her father makes BLTs the way she does, like 12 pieces of bacon. If the only thing you wanted was a piece of fucking food, then why did you insist on staying and screaming about the patients who are actually suffering? Roz. Post-psych ward visit 2023, number 2. Yes. Man, you are familiar with this piece then. How frustrating it is as she judges people that are in mania and having psychotic breaks.
I was so mad someone replied to my comment saying you were lying. And oh
Nope.
yeah, I replied and I called him a fucking nerd. Cause like I was gonna always come back. Like, what the fuck was that comment? It was like also
I told you that's why she's fucking wearing this band. It's like a trophy. Look, I was in the hospital. And the only reason you didn't leave is because you wanted your pajamas. Do you believe me now? Do you believe me now? I remember that because we had a boy in school and everyone. Oh no, Lori, that's so hateful.
please. I don't have to lie for
It's a conversation starter. It's a victim mentality. The theatrics.
attention. I get attention by existing. My dad started laughing when I said that.
You are talking about other people's mental health in a very, very bad way. Damn, I'm so tired of talking shit on other people and oversharing other people's experiences when they're in some of the worst times of their life. Treating a hospital band like a Coachella band is wild, right? She's holding it up and she's like, bitch.
Thank you, Melissa. But I mean, that's true. I don't give a shit if that even
Playground pick me bullshit.
sounds egotistical. It's fucking true. I don't have to lie for attention. I'm interesting enough without it.
5 minutes of this video has been your story. The rest of it has been other people that were going through serious things and you judging them and then saying we allowed them into our clique.
Thanks, Dad. He said, yep.
Zoe, you gotta go clean.
So, I know y'all are used to people lying on the internet for attention. That just ain't me.
Cranes that walk through the yard.
Huh?
You're like the cranes that walk through the yard. They're interesting and you want to check them out.
Oh, my dad just said I'm like the cranes when they walk through the yard. You know,
Behind, but Remeron isn't a TCA and it causes weight gain.
they're interesting and you want to check them out. Hey, thanks, Dad. So, yeah. Like, my life has just been insane. And I've had enough insane experiences. I don't have to fucking lie about them.
Did you guys watch the 2024 post-psych ward Bs? That one's bad. I don't know. Did we watch that one? Is that the one where she called or she checked herself in because she didn't want to work that day? If so, yes, we did watch that one. And she took the picture and she had the ambulance photo up and she was like, I'm not going to share it, I don't think. And then she put it up on the screen. Maybe I watched that by myself. I think I watched it with you guys.
Hey,
Hey, Run Missy.
thanks. Hey, I like your commentary when you're agreeing with me.
Yeah, that's sort of one of your improvement areas.
Hey! This orange is going to be fucking ridiculous. Thank you, Shar.
Oh, thank you, Zoe. She also lies on the internet, though, constantly. Constantly. That's why I wanted to go watch the other ones because I'm like, was that the karaoke psych ward bees? Yes, that's the other karaoke psych ward bees.
I'm probably about to hop off and eat this orange anyway.
She's on for another like 15 minutes.
Unless yesterday when I was in the psych ward with some of my friends, I made a joke or something.
Yesterday when I was in the psych ward with some of my friends, summer camp.
Statement, and no one got it. I was like, y'all, my joke. It's a
It probably wasn't funny.
I think you got it from Jeff Dunham. But you know the guy with the puppets and the peanut and the
No, this is over your head. This was before Jeff. This is old school.
Oh, so Jeff Dunham got it from like, okay.
But Peanut sort of nailed it, or made it his.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell happened?
Father just needs to quiet, Papa. Shut your face. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear you. Shut it.
When he throws them.
You're right.
I understand. He's just existing.
I've never been more excited for anything in my life than to eat this orange right now. That's such an exaggeration. But yeah.
Who makes friends at the psych ward? They're there to get help, not socialize. And, being there for 10 days, I guess, you make the trauma bonds, similar stories. But to treat it like a clique, like, oh, they're not invited, they're too depressed, like they're killing my vibe. Oh, I was eavesdropping on a patient talking to a doctor. I was supposed to be in a different therapy, but I was against my morals. So I decided to eavesdrop and start screaming at him.
Ooh. I will probably go live tomorrow. Hopefully I'll sleep better tonight in my own bed.
I swear she does it for her parents' attention or something. That's what I believe. Like I said, she wants to be special.
Because the trazodone not really helping me sleep, and it's been giving me horrible nightmares. So I kept the script because that's what my doctor wanted me to do, and I've been listening to my doctors. And
she claimed they did karaoke in the ward and everyone liked her singing. Yes, then we definitely watched it because I remember being like, please no. That's what would have made me stay longer. If she started doing karaoke in the middle, I probably would have been like, yep, you're right. I can't leave yet. Stopping by to show some love and hit the like button. Happy weekend, everybody. Enjoying your lives so very much. Happy to watch your growth. Sharing out with friends. Thank you so much, Six Up Media. I appreciate you.
I'm on the Remeron 30 milligrams. And then so Dr. E, who I'll talk more about tomorrow because that man is everything.
Creepy.
But he actually...
I guess we'll have to watch that one at some point. But we have other stuff to go over today.
So I've been taking 2 milligrams of 10X at night. And he just upped me to adding 1 milligram in the morning.
That's delusional, and the doctors probably should have addressed it while she was locked up. Did you just say locked up?
And I think that
they all loved her singing. They were, guys, I know they're jokes, but it's so funny to me because I would have been that person. I've been like, yeah, I don't think these meds are working. She thinks she's good. But have you checked her meds? Like, sing your little heart out, but I'm not going to lie to you. If it makes you happy, I'm happy for you, but I'm not going to lie to you. She lies a lot to her parents for sympathy. She's a spoiled brat and seriously needs her karma. I think karma has its way of working. We'll just see how it goes.
Game changer in my medication.
She's bringing on her own karma. She is limiting her mobility. She is stuck in a kitchen most of the time these days.
And the effectiveness on my anxiety and depression and stuff. So, yeah, super lit.
I wish this was in horizontal. Zane Cat, thank you so much for becoming a member. I hope you enjoy your blowy. I wish it was in horizontal so I could add this to a break song. I would have loved it. Thank you, Zane Cat.
God.
But she's like in such a weird little format. Don't apologize, Zane.
On Saturday, they have chicken salad for lunch and this really awful tomato soup. So I have to suffer through eating like a bunch of saltines in this really crappy tomato soup because I cannot eat their chicken salad. It's like
this hospital, they didn't have diet sodas. And I had to eat this horrible tomato soup while I was in the hospital. It was horrible. And so I had to do a lot of saltines. It was ridiculous.
A massive food aversion issue. Oh my God. No, the Wellbutrin.
Haven't we seen her
through eating like a bunch of saltines in this really crappy tomato soup because I cannot eat their chicken salad. It's like a massive food aversion issue. Oh my God.
I've seen her eat quite a bit of chicken salad. How is it any different? Her greed is making me sick. So what I'm hearing is the more she sings, the more yummy. How about dancing? I'm okay with dancing. Why is the food the only thing you talk about from the psych ward? Great question. I don't know. karaoke and food.
No, the Wellbutrin, they took me off it because they sent me to the ER.
We're not 100% sure. She loves chicken. She loves chicken salad, but it's a food aversion.
From the chest pain.
Hey, Starlight.
So they took me off of it. And he tried to discharge me while I was still on the Wellbutrin. The other doctor. Asshole. Oh, and then the fun.
It did not seem like you were still showing signs of SI, which is what you came in the hospital for, is to get off the gabapentin. You could have followed this up with your primary mental health physician. You didn't need to be in soft socks for this. I'm assuming you'll be live for 3 more hours. I don't think so, Panda. Who knows? I'm hoping that. My poor little arse.
Funniest thing happened. So he ended up subbing for the female doctor on the weekend, and I had moved upstairs, so I don't think he expected to see me. So when he saw me, I didn't really react at first because it didn't register that like he could potentially be my doctor. And he saw me and got a little spooked and was like, "Oh hey, don't worry, I'm here something for Dr. P. Dr. E is still your doctor, so you don't have anything to worry about." And I went, "Oh, okay."
You are so combative. I don't even know if I believe this story. This seems fake. You're so combative, though, if this is true, that a doctor was like, "Please don't talk to me. I'm not your doctor."
Because I like, kind of played it off, but I told my friends later about it. We all laughed.
I told my friends.
Because I thought that was funny.
She would have been on watch constantly if she went in with SI. I call BS. It sounds like this is a timeline. She takes the gabapentin. It causes her to have SI. She goes to the ER. She wants to go to this specific hospital, so she refuses. Well, she's here, and she said it was terribly boring. There wasn't a spot on this floor, so she went to the geriatric mental health facility. There, she said it was so emo. Then she goes to the other spot, which she met a person, and she went through trauma, and she had to tell us all about it. And then she met another person, and the vibe was off. Like, the timeline is just weird. How she behaved is weird. It's all laughing and tee-hee-hee, giggle fits, and slumber party and pillow fights. 6M Media, thank you so much for becoming enjoy your blowies. I appreciate you.
My doctor said it's the only depression med that doesn't cause weight.
What the fuck is she calling SI? Well, she said the word. I was just trying not to say it.
Again, Melissa, that doesn't sound right to me. At all. Hi, Martinez.
Just Jamie, thank you so much for coming in. Can I tell you thank you, by the way, for calling out her inappropriate behavior with the homophobic remarks. So thank you so much. Just saying.
Mrs. Martinez. It may, I think it has like a weight, like an appetite loss side effect. So maybe it's how more help.
I'm 54, not 104, but I still take personal affront to her Jerry dissing. Bish. Fair, Corbett, fair.
With that or whatever. But yeah, mine caused me extreme anxiety and chest pain, so it doesn't work for me. Which is unfortunate.
I think she only went to triage for the psych ward 24 and filmed the video claiming she was in for a week after she got home from the triage. Oh, so do you think she wore the bracelet that long? That's a long time, but I would believe it. I would believe it.
But not all antidepressants have a weight gain side effect. That's categorically untrue.
What?
Which is unfortunate. But not all antidepressants have a weight gain side effect. That's categorically untrue. I'm surprised the doctor told you that. I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I guess listen to yours or in a second.
Yeah, how about we just talk to providers? Don't listen to me, don't listen to Rosie. Follow up with your healthcare providers before starting or stopping any medications. We all talk about our lived experiences, but please don't take any recommendations until you speak to a provider.
Opinion, but
Oh my God, Pat Ray. Jesus, how long she been eating? Well, since the beginning, technically. We started off with the apple. We had the factor, and now we're on an orange. So
I need to be on a depression med.
an hour and a half.
I was nervous about the Wellbutrin you prescribed me. Was it extended release? Because that was the one I had a problem with. You could
Also, sometimes the benefits outweigh the side effects. Yes, you have to kind of do, like, what is it? Operational risk management.
do the not extended release on a lower dose to get your body acclimated to it if you're nervous about it.
That is not your call.
I need to be on a depression med, but I was nervous about the Wellbutrin you prescribed me. Was it extended release? because that was the one I had a problem with. You could do
You and this pretty person's body composition could be very different. You don't know their height, weight. You don't know how they react to other medications. You have no idea.
the not extended release on a lower dose to get your body acclimated to it if you're nervous about it.
Buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. This is how she thinks she gets away with things, because she is well versed enough to have a conversation, but not lived experience enough that she just sounds like a dumbass.
It works great for a lot of people.
Talk to your doctor. If you still exist, person out there on this corner of the internet, and you somehow stumble upon this, please talk to your provider and don't listen to a Rosie.
Also,
why this bracelet? Because she wanted to show that she was in a mental health facility. It's performative.
because everyone's different, you know? So currently I'm on Remeron in the morning, metformin in the morning.
I really wish she wouldn't talk about, come back to me, medical stuff. She's dangerous. It is not great to send out medical misinformation and things. She puts out weird misinformation too, like food misinformation, which I don't really care. But like the pink pineapple thing. Oh, guys, it's a raspberry pineapple. Well, we looked at it. That's not true. She just speaks with such confidence sometimes.
1 gram a milligram of 10x in the morning. At night, I'm 2 milligrams of 10x.
So many on TikTok stumbled upon this. Wait, what do you mean, Auntie? Really?
100
Are you fucking kidding? No, Bella. No, I'm not. That's why she has the bracelet on.
milligrams of trazodone, which
I
breathed wrong. That piece is not good. Look, Nikki. I've been off it like 5 months now.
I like how it's 10 times in the closed captions. What do you mean?
Except when I went on vacation that week, I did smoke some, but, you know.
SI does not require 100% of the time. I was treated OP, outpatient, 4 times meds. The thing is, after it happens once, you should know exactly what the actual fuck is happening. Therapists should have taught you to notify and self-soothe. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say everyone's circumstances are different. But I do think she takes advantage of the medical system. In my opinion alone. Zoe, this is why I love watching Scar. She's so correct. Oh, once again, don't listen to me either. Please do your research. I'm just here to talk shit, and maybe we're educational sometimes. You guys teach me about shrimping. Didn't know that. I like to learn together.
The reason I've been struggling with sleeping is I quit THC.
It's every different excuse. The reason I've been struggling with sleeping is because I quit THC. I've had trouble sleeping my entire life. The reason I've had trouble sleeping is because I drink 24 fucking Diet Cokes. Maybe you should try a normal routine. It may not work for you. There are some people that are just insomniacs. That's fine. But you should try proper sleep hygiene, and that doesn't mean what you think, Rosie. Making a routine. Turn off your TV. Get into a nice, clean bed. Take a shower before you go to bed. Turn off the lights. Use your bed only for sleeping, not for eating and doing other stuff. Like, make it its own little safe spot. Did she lose her job or quit a job after the psych stay? I believe she was let go from that position, but don't quote me, Buns.
Yeah, exactly, Mrs. Martinez. That's not, I mean, I would genuinely consider getting another doctor. Like, if he actually said that, that's why.
And she's trying to sound so happy and healed. Like, what kind of drug did they give her? And can I have some? Oh, Bella, she sounded happy on day 1 of going to the hospital.
Oh.
And she was judging other people that weren't happy on day 1. She gives out so much information, it makes it easier to catch her out in lies.
I'm glad you said that, Mrs. Martinez. The white straight is important. I agree.
I'm not Googling shrimping after I Googled gooning, and aren't you exhausted? Stream yesterday. Oh my God, my history needs wiping. Yeah, I wouldn't look up shrimping. I wouldn't do it.
I want to try to find ones that don't have like heavy munchies and help sleep.
She only stays on meds for a max of 2 weeks. What about the metformin? I think we had a good couple of months in there though, right?
Honestly, the munchies are kind of a good bit of my concern too, with the goals I have in my life.
Wait, what?
Honestly, the munchies are kind of a good bit of my concern too, with the goals I have in my life.
One more time.
The munchies are kind of a good bit of my concern.
Oh, a good bit of my concern. That's what she said.
Too, with the goals I have in my life.
That's fair. If you're on a weight loss journey, having munchies would not be great. Can we talk about what you learned in treatment? What skills did they teach you that you found helpful? What sort of insights do you have? What are your plans for the future if you're in crisis? Femme Marie. Ooh, I wish you would have gone over that.
So,
Other than medication management, what was this stay for you?
ugh.
Her and ALR love the attention of the ER. I'm scared to even drive past a hospital that I might be sucked in and admitted. I've only been psych warded once. I have a ton of medical issues. I'm so sorry, Starlight, that you have to go through all that. Her Yelp review, no diet soda, and the other people were so emo. Total bummer. 1 out of 5. Wouldn't check myself in again. Corvette, I could see her writing something like that. You forgot. And they lost my shorts.
I'm drained.
Everyone else's stories took it out of me. I'm so tired.
What a fucking week, y'all. So, yeah, there were a lot of med adjustments, ups and downs, and we went up to 150 on the trazodone last night. That was the last med change. We went back down to 100 because I woke up within an hour in full body sweats from a really horrific nightmare. I won't even tell y'all what it was about. It was
Oh, so you don't want to tell us your own trauma, but you'll tell us everybody else's? Okay.
so bloody and gory and disgusting.
And my sentimental nightgown. She should have stayed on the Manjaro. That is the medicine she needs to solve all of her problems. She may have other ones. I won't say she doesn't. I would say continue to follow up with your healthcare provider. Let's focus on the problem we know we have. Like, it is guaranteed that you have diabetes. Let's try to get that managed again, shall we? Rain the woman who you doxed and spoke about their kids to feeders on your fetish account. Yeah, I mean, she could address that if we're taking accountability.
Bad. Yeah, strain is so important. Oh, wow.
I won't tell you my nightmare, but my roommate at the hospital, whose name was Belinda Jones, had a nightmare about her ex-husband who's been looking for her since she left him. And she was having this, visualizations, breathing techniques, the box technique shit. In 10 days, she had to have covered at least 30 of them. There's no way they lost a nightgown her size unless someone had it, then washed their, oh my God, Bella. How about the next time she goes to the produce store, she buys vegetables instead of fruit? Ooh, I love a vegetable. She has nerve pain. She says she does. She believes she has fibromyalgia and possibly Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have a theory that whenever she went to the rheumatologist, because she said they didn't give her the diagnosis for fibromyalgia, but they ruled out quite a few things. I think they ruled out Ehlers-Danlos and she hasn't spoken about it. I think that.
That's annoying, Melissa. Yeah, I think it's time for me to end this.
Oh my gosh, are you okay, Zoe? Ow!
I've hit a wall. I've got more to tell y'all.
I bet none of it's your story.
I can come back tomorrow. Yeah, that's kind of how it is here, Nikki, in Florida. I need a shower.
Just Amy. That's why can't we focus on, I'm like, unfortunately, it is a reality that morbidly obese women and men, but a lot of their problems get dismissed because of their size. And that isn't necessarily fair, but they have done quite a bit of testing on her right now, and it doesn't seem to be relieving any issues. So maybe we work on the things we can fix as we try to get answers for the other stuff. Like, you can do both at the same time.
I don't know what time it is right now. It's probably, 7:30-ish. I don't know when I'm going to be coming back again with, full content. I'll probably do some lives and kind of get my bearings, figure out what I'm doing from here. I need to reshoot and restart the nutritionist stuff. I deleted the whole video. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a quick intermission, and then we are going to bounce into, let's see which one's first. I think it's completing autism assessment. Yes, we are going to do this bad boy next, completing autism assessment, opening up about my childhood and struggle busing through life. All right, so we're going to do a quick intermission. If you guys need to get some water, do all the good things, and I will be right back.
Tough luck, babe. Struck out when you had about 30 chances. One bad day, now you don't know how to pay for the damage. I don't wanna climb. If I'm gonna fall back, it's a waste of time. Keep winning. How the hell do you make it look so easy? I'm spinning. can't seem to get back on my feet. Yeah, I might give up, 'cause I'm falling down now, won't be good enough. I miss it, those days when nothing ever really mattered. So willing to give it all deep into you, might just shatter now. You're scared of time, gotta beat the clock now, it's all up to right. Tough luck, babe, struck out when you had about 30 chances. One bad day, now you don't know how to pay for the damage. I don't wanna cry, if I'm gonna fall back, it's a waste of time. And I don't know where to go from here, is it worth the fear? All alone, filling up with tears, and I'm hardly here. I am still burning slow. Don't stick it out now, is it time to go? Keep winning, how the hell do you make it look so easy? I'm spinning, and I can't seem to get back on my feet. Yeah, I might give up, 'cause I'm falling down now, won't be good enough. I miss it, those days when nothing ever really mattered. So willing to give it all deep into you, might just shatter now. You're scared of time, gotta beat the clock now, it's all up to right. Tough luck, babe, struck out when you had about 30 chances. One bad day, now you don't know how to pay for the damage.
Nikki, excuse me. Excuse me. Are you saying that was a 4-part series? I have questions. That, the mental health stuff? Oh my gosh. No, thank you. Okay, let's speed you up, madam. 1.5 might be a little fast, but we'll see. We'll see.
Work right now.
Okay, there we go. Let's lower to 1.25. Oh, the autism stuff. Yeah, so we watched Am I Autistic? We did watch that one. I wanted to go back before, though, and see this one because I hadn't noticed it. And I was like,
And
Oh, she
I
got quiet. Oh,
am
she's in my ear.
2
Just
days
kidding.
before my assessment. I don't remember if I've talked about this yet or not, but basically my psychologist recommended that I stop taking my ADHD medication 4 days before the appointment, and in which case I contacted my psychiatrist.
And I'm clearly struggling to string my thoughts together because of it.
I asked her to
Is she currently on anything for her ADHD?
contact my psychiatrist. They work in the same building, and to make sure that he knows that. So he actually called me like the same day. I was like, oh hey, because he doesn't really ever call me. And he was like, explaining to me what he had been told, and I was like, yeah, that's right, and I wanted you to know in case there was anything I needed to know. He was like, yeah, I want you to actually wean off of it.
So
I weaned off of it for 4 days, went down from 2 to 1 milligrams of the 10X, which I've talked a little bit about, but 10X has like changed my life. Anytime I'm talking to an ADHDer, I'm like,
I don't know. Just abusing Ativan. I don't know. Do y'all ever say whenever I'm talking to another ADHDer,
listen,
as opposed to like whenever I'm talking to someone else with ADHD, an ADHDer, quirky names.
you really should look into 10X because it doesn't have the same stock issues as Adderall.
This doesn't see. Sure, you can tell other people that have a condition to you what works well for you, and they can talk to their provider and see if it's something that works for them. But
I believe like a non-stimulant one, or
do not look into trazodone.
a less stimulating one. And I've had incredible success with it. It has significantly helped with my uneasiness, my intrusive thoughts, my
No, I don't categorize my friends and acquaintances by their diagnosis. ADHD is very TikTok coded. Yeah, I've never thought and be like, okay, if you guys ever talk to somebody, can't even think of a poor nickname.
racing thoughts, my
Oh yeah, every time I manage to sniff out another autistic, I call them my fellow brethren autist. Hello, my fellow autist.
It does
You take trazodone to sleep.
improve some
Does
of
it
my
work well for
executive dysfunction. It's not a cure for ADHD, but it helps mitigate a lot of the symptoms. So I am.
It doesn't cure my ADHD, but it mitigates a lot of the symptoms. I feel like that's typically how that goes. Yeah, like sometimes therapy is what works for people. Sometimes it's medication.
Struggling today. Thank God tomorrow is my day
Her hair looks semi-clean. It does. It's nice and fluffy. I like this length.
off anyway, for my reduced work weeks that I have, because I don't know how the fuck I'd work tomorrow. I have no fucking clue, and I'm gonna have to call off Thursday because the appointment is on Thursday, and
ADHD isn't curable. That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never heard someone.
it's hours of testing, and I'm not going to like try to race home. It's also an hour away. Like I'm gonna be leaving the house around 11 a.m. not getting home till around probably 6 or 7 because I'm planning to like eat out for dinner. Like
I will tell my ADHD buddies, your ADHD is ADHDing. If they're your buddies, but what did she say? My ADHDers?
get something to eat, and
She's not diagnosed. I'm saying it. I mean, I don't know. She said during that she presented with ADHD. So I won't take away one. The ones that she hasn't been diagnosed with, I will say shh.
planning on doing that, which I don't normally really do nowadays, but I'm already like struggling to function, and I'm already like doing so much, and this is like so emotionally overwhelming. And yeah, anyway, I have therapy tomorrow. In fact, I got like 20 emails in a row of my therapist. She's got me booked out till February because your girl needs weekly.
She's so quirky. She's such a quirky girl. She's such a fucking toddler. This is 2 months after the mental health. Wait, September, October. 3 months after.
Me needing that much therapy? Who would have thunk? Anyway, I'm very over.
It's like it's her entire identity is to need therapy. That's all she is. There's something medically wrong with her. There's no more to quirky than what she absorbs from other people.
Overwhelmed. Being off of Tenex has been difficult. It's the medication that I feel is the most successful for mitigating my mental health issues, and I'm really feeling it.
I never discuss anything about my brain or mentals with anyone, my therapist and I, but I don't know how y'all deal with it. But I really don't want people around me to know because of the judgment. That's fair, Runs with Scissors. I think it's whatever people are comfortable with. Maybe that's something that's, personal and private to you. I think that is a very fair thing to do. She needs weekly. What's she doing now, Miss? Yeah, I don't know if she's missed this week's therapy, but she definitely hasn't acknowledged it.
Like, I'm really feeling it without it, and I'm only on tonight's gonna be night 3 of not taking it, or night 2. It's what I don't remember exactly. It's like 9:20 p.m. right now, so it's pretty slow. So I'm just waiting for a call, basically. And so I keep compulsively looking at my mic. It is muted. I'm just like, if you work in a call center, you get it. I have accidentally muttered something, thinking I was muted when I wasn't.
She's so quirky. She's accidentally forgotten to mute herself, and she said inappropriate things when she's been on a call center.
That feeling is one you don't want to ever feel. It's not fun nor fresh. Yeah, there's no update on the month.
If she hasn't whined or acknowledged it, she didn't go. I do think it's suspicious because she stated in the past that on days she has therapy, she has no intention on coming online because it makes her feel emotionally raw and vulnerable, which is understandable. Therapy can take a lot out of you. She was okay, it seemed, on Wednesday. It didn't seem like she was in a rough headspace.
Sorrow.
But who knows? I don't know.
Received a lot of wonderful feedback on my.
Also, autism a lot harder to diagnose in women and adult women because it shows up differently for women to men. There's a reason why men are more diagnosed than women. For goodness sake, you can see it in her eyes. It's all lies.
Last vlog, and
she's not going to therapy anymore, in your opinion? And she only got what? I think she said they were only going to give her 8 weeks of therapy and then reevaluate and see if she needed 12. And at that point, they would once again reevaluate and see if they were going to wait. But this is like a free one or something that she's able to do.
Just anxious about the Manjaro thing. In fact, part of this aspect of what's been going on, I texted my therapist today because the night before, I almost texted her at 4 a.m. and then I stopped myself and was like, maybe I'll
Boundaries.
text her tomorrow. But I texted her because I'm now off the medication.
Scar, please read my comment. Oh, let me find it. She speaks with such authority, but it's dangerous because she lies with such ease. Marie, I agree. She does. That's what I was saying. She knows the buzzwords. She knows what signs and symptoms show up with XYZ. And she talks about it, but because she hasn't had a lived experience necessarily, in my opinion, you can kind of pick up like, well, that doesn't seem right. Or she takes a medication and then she tells people it's the worst medication, don't take it, or the best medication, take it, when everyone's lived experience with a medication can be bad. Like, everything can be different and it can work great for you and bad for me. Who knows? Talk to your doctors.
Right. And so last night at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't know how else to say this other than to say it, but like I panic ate a bag of marshmallows because I was.
Buns, I have questions. My therapist hates when I randomly text her screenshots of the girls as responses to her questions.
So like not doing great and was not happy with myself about it.
Did she just say she panic ate a bag of marshmallows? Yeah, I think after sleeping through last week's, she's just given up. I don't know what happens if you do a no-show when you're getting subsidized therapy. Do you get charged?
How else to say this other than to say it, but like I panic ate a bag of marshmallows because.
That's why things like that, maybe we don't keep them in our house. Panic ate a bag. All right. If that is one of our foods that we scurry into the pantry and eat an entire bag of, maybe we don't get them. Maybe we don't.
I was so like not doing great and was not happy.
Why can't we do like panic ate a bag of celery? I'm not saying like, I'm saying for anybody. Eating an entire bag of marshmallows seems like a lot of sugar.
Happy with myself about it. And because I'm really lacking in the dopamine right now. And
that's why she stays on TikTok. She wants those quick dopamine hits.
I'm doing that fun and fresh thing where I'm struggling with
fun and fresh, fun and fresh, fun and fresh.
Eating enough throughout the day to prevent binging at night. And so, yeah, I'm in the trenches right now.
Never heard of panic eating. Isn't that what dogs do when their owner is doing the "will my dog help me kidnappers" bit on TikTok? I don't know. I haven't seen that. What?
And
she does get a little food aggressive. She saw her father eating a BLT and she got offended as she was eating.
I'm not like
You put something in my box again. Aren't you exhausted? You dirty, dirty girl. Shared a post. Let's see. Oh my gosh. What is this? Ashley, what is this? All right. So we have a piece of art dropped in my box from Ashley. This confession is not making any sense. She's beautiful. She's great. She's got a little headband on. Look at her. She's stunning. Who is she? We love her. She's gonna haunt my dreams, but you know.
Giving up or trying to make excuses. This is just like my reality. This
is that Gunterella, if that's what you want to name her. I'm okay with that. And here we have Emily the chair and Gunterella.
This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. And when she told me,
is that the front or the back fupa? That's the front. That one was the front. Hold on. Let's go back into it. Let's dissect, shall we? So this was the titillaticus, right? I think this was the titillaticus. And then this was the tum-tum. And this was a shirt fold, but it did look just like this. It has no chin. Art, I tell you, art. So jealous of people. That's the back. No, it's not. Is that Pat back? Oh, is it Pat back? Is this Pat back? Oh, yeah, it is. This is Pat back. So we have the arm here. Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know, an artist's mind is beyond me. How you all come up with such stunning features.
I talked to her about it, and she told me, like, you know, given the circumstances, like, I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Like, it may.
Wait, what?
This is what I'm dealing with. This is what.
Back.
Lacking in the dopamine right now, and I'm doing that fun and fresh thing where I'm struggling with eating enough throughout the day to prevent binging at night. And so, yeah, I'm in the trenches right now, and I'm not.
She's in the trenches, guys.
Like giving up or trying to make excuses. This is just like my reality. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. And when she told me, I talked to her about it, and she told me, like, you know, given the circumstances, like, I shouldn't be too hard on myself. Like, it makes sense. Like, you know, I'm adjusting to not having my medication for a medical reason, and it's a temporary thing. It's a temporary.
On Twitter, I called it Fatback Mountain. That is also a great name. I must say, I love how you guys appreciate SpongeBob references. Yes. It's a rock.
Setback, things will go back to normal, blah, 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 blah. It's just hard because now that I'm trying to be more aware of what I'm doing to myself and, like, understanding the reality of my situation, I'm dealing with
the reality of her situation is in the bottom of a bag of marshmallows.
A lot more guilt and shame than I'm used to, because that was like the benefit of fat acceptance and health at every size and everything is just like.
I can see that. I will be open-minded here for a moment. I can see, as somebody who's not taken their weight seriously for a while, and they find a group of people that also don't necessarily believe that, you know, if you're 600 pounds, you shall injure your body. I can see how trying to better yourself, it might be an adjustment.
Not needing to feel those feelings because of information and perspective that basically helped free you of the culpability of.
Can my reality be in a bag of marshmallows? I guess that's how it works. Ooh, maybe I'll get some big ones and make s'mores.
Responsibility. And, you know, that was a benefit, right? That was a good part of it in the short term on the mental health aspect, but in terms for me and my long term and my physical health, not
It scared you? She talks so much shit.
necessarily, right? So I'm just trying to understand that, like, yeah, I did that. It was a thing that happened. It would have been better if I could have not, but all I can do is move forward. And
have they ever had locks on their pantries? I know that food scarcity can create this mindset, like when people get their food locked away. Did that happen? Is she afraid she's not going to, like, what? People with unhealthy relationships with food, there's typically a reason.
Hope that the things work out with my insurance. It's just stressful. You know, I'm trying to not even, like, really get too in depth with my plan or anything yet, because what I've learned working in healthcare is, like,
doesn't she just do like the coding stuff? Does she even do the coding? Or is she like a patient advocate? What was she?
the more you call around and get the run around and heighten up your stress levels and get things pushed around, half the time it ends up getting overcomplicated and not even getting fixed right or taking longer to.
This is the worst job, in my opinion, she could be in, just because she does absorb too much information about things that don't pertain to her. Scar, she lives in that kitchen, so Levi can't grab anything. That's what I was saying. She's great at taking up space.
Get fixed, and if you just, like, sit and let the wait times do their thing. And I know
blow on your food, Levi.
the standard processing time for prior authorizations are like a 5 to 7 business day venture on average, and so I'm very overwhelmed by my life right now, and I'm not really doing too much. And in my day-to-day life, besides
is this her call center at home headset? Yes it is.
trying to work and rest, as much as I talk about that assessment and that process and, like, wanting to show it to my parents.
Okay, everyone get ready. We're about to go full, I have autism and we just have to accept it, and I just need the proof for old Papa and Mama Jean.
I mean, like,
Mama Tam Tam.
for one, I live with my parents, just in case people aren't aware of that.
I need them to treat me like I'm autistic.
My family and I live together, and we all, like, contribute towards the household together. And so, like, I'm not, like, estranged from them. And I never said that, like, they don't care. It's just they don't get it. And I don't think they understand the magnitude of it. And I don't think that they don't understand
my autism.
How having to accept this reality that I am someone who's autistic.
This is before BSS. Like, this is before she has a brother with autism, right? Yes.
Having to accept this reality that I am someone who's autistic. What?
It's not the reality. It could be. If you would have followed up with providers and they end up diagnosing you later on, I will stand back and say yes. But until that, you are coming up with something. You are a victim of your own circumstance.
What that implicates for what my childhood looked like and their role in it. And I mean, how having to accept this reality that I am someone who's autistic, what that implicates for what my childhood looked like and their role
And they're rolling it. Because you guys did not raise me as having autism. This is your fault. The way I was as a child, this is your fault. You didn't treat me as a child with autism, so this is on you. As a spectrumy, I do not recognize her as one of us. Wait, what? Yes, she's not diagnosed and never will be. Lying bitch. I could have sworn in her first few videos on YouTube, she mentioned in passing that she wasn't planning on staying with her parents forever. She liked having her freedom. Well, now she says she has no intention ever until the house is paid off. I wish she knew how to use words.
I mean, I don't think I've said this on YouTube, but I've said this multiple times. If I was them, I wouldn't want to accept it either, because
Holy manipulation. So many people get diagnosed later in life. The gold medalist in Victim Olympics. This runs deep. This is why she totally guilts and gaslights her parents. This is how they traumatized her. By treating her that they didn't have something. They wouldn't accept that she's autistic. The YouTubies are censoring you. What would they do?
I lived that life too. And their role in it. And I mean, I don't think I've said this on YouTube, but I've said this multiple times. If I was them, I wouldn't want to accept it either, because I lived that life too. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, it just adds another layer of complexity to my childhood. I don't talk.
They. This is her identity, her weapon. She was diagnosed with bipolar instead. Not in this one, she wasn't diagnosed with bipolar. She was told she wasn't bipolar for sure in this assessment whenever she gets the results back. Apparently, they don't like when I say fuck you to Rosie. You can say fuckity, though, I believe. It was them, her poor parents. Oh, my God.
A ton about my home life as a kid on the internet, because my parents are not who they want.
Hey, Tella. As a child, I mean. Oh.
I swear. Unlike a lot of people in my generation, my parents like actually went to therapy for an extended period of time and bettered themselves in ways most millennials my age don't get to experience. And so I don't like to judge up aspects of my life that no.
This sounds very, very manipulative. Very manipulative. I don't agree with the fact that your father handed you a conversion therapy card. That's pretty fucked up. But this sounds very, very manipulative. And she hasn't been diagnosed. She says, the reality is I'm autistic, and that means they have to take accountability because they didn't treat me like I was autistic. I wouldn't want to take accountability either.
Longer apply to who they are.
Scar, watch the lies. You see the lies. Watch her eyes. You see the lies so much. Looks like it. I'm about to throw my laptop. She's placing blame on her parents for no reason. Now my parents are decent people because they do whatever I say. You overcomplicate the memories of your childhood and weaponize that to make excuses for your poor behavior as an adult. It's interesting that she, when doesn't want to be confronted with something, like if you call her out on something, she says it's the concussion, she can't remember. But if it's something that benefits her, like the concussion story, oh, it was cloudy and there was a bathroom on the hallway of the second house we lived in Florida, and the tiles on the floor, there was a cracked one 3 rows down, and I heard a dog barking down the road, like every nitty gritty detail.
To one, like try to paint myself as like a victim, or
she should be mad at her parents made her so obese as a child. It sounds like, Bella, that's one of the reasons she says that she was traumatized, is that because they were trying to get more healthy, they were trying to give her better eating tools. They wanted her to become more healthy, and she resents them for her trying to get her healthy. Do we know that Papa gave her a conversion therapy card? She says she outran 2 bears. She admitted recently, diary, that she lied about that. Just saying. She did admit, so maybe she'll admit to that as well.
Or to paint them.
Isn't she not autistic? She was found not to have autism, that she did not show enough traits to be autistic.
As villains.
This is the day she gets the assessment.
Or to garner sympathy. Like, I don't want any of that shit. So what good is bringing up those details really do besides provide context to my childhood? And it is hard for me.
nautistic. Scar made you two presents there in Twitter DM. Also, I need to feed everyone, so I'll be right back. Tell the kiddos we said hello.
We talk about aspects of my diagnosis and getting this sorted without bringing up aspects of how I was treated as a child that really, really did not work for me in the long run, and contribute out aspects of my diagnosis and
Miss Ma'am. Oh, I forgot this was a retro video. Yeah. Let's see.
To one, like try to paint myself as like a victim, or
I think that's the only title I can think of you for, really. Victim.
to paint them as villains, or
By more than one doctor, right? I thought this was the second time she was denied a diagnosis. I believe so. Yes, Pat.
to garner sympathy. Like, I don't want any of that shit. So what good is bringing up those details really do besides provide context to my childhood? And it is hard for me to talk about aspects of my diagnosis and getting this sorted
You haven't been diagnosed.
without bringing up aspects of how I was treated as a child that really, really did not work for me in the long run, and contributed to a lot of my...
Do I think she deals with anxiety? Yes. Can anxiety present in different ways that make you depressed, make you anxious? Obviously, anxiety, fidgety, unable to be in a room of people.
issues in developmentally speaking, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and otherwise.
It must have been real awkward to make this video before she did the diagnosis, and then she gets the diagnosis that she's not. Well, I guess the non-diagnosis. And like, no, I am autistic. You might be, but there could be other things. It might not be autistic. It could be depression. It could be this. It could be that. Stop labeling yourself. I got diagnosed late with autism. Like, I turned 18. My parents had no idea because I didn't show signs early on, because a lot of females don't show obvious signs like males do at a young age or at all. That's true, beetle pins. That's why I said the doctor ends up telling her, let's look in 6 months. Let's reevaluate. But no, she refused. And then she said that the doctor just wanted extra money. I would never blame my parents for not noticing, especially since they aren't doctors. She does.
And
You already had one autistic child. You couldn't tell I was two.
it is a hard topic to kind of fully divulge into without discussing how those things went. So when I do, or if I feel it's necessary, I do kind of tread
You're going to hear a lot about masking and this and that, trigger words.
lightly, and I don't go into a ton of specifics because I don't want to
My
be
self-diagnosis, Rich. If only it worked that way.
held as who I was in my worst moments, or my most immature aspects of myself, or my most, I don't know, like self-serving versions of myself, because I've definitely been those things. I think in life, a lot of us,
Because I was immature, it was related to my autism. Mel's, thank you so much for gifting 5 channel memberships. Brandon, Jaya, Naps, Missy, Ingenuous, and Whitebird. Enjoy your memberships. Please enjoy your blowies. And thank you so much, Mills. Blowy. This is a real awkward thing to do before you got the diagnosis. This is very awkward. The girl who cried tism. Her cheekbones. This must have been. No wonder she was so upset. That's why she was upset. Because she didn't want to take accountability. Is she saying autistic people are self-serving and immature? Girl, yes, that's exactly what she's saying.
of us have had
The way she's, behaved, immature and self-serving, is because of her non-autism.
those moments. We are all the villain in someone else's story
Because autistic symptoms are vastly different.
somewhere along the line. And I'm just trying to get through this life without being a terrible, horrible person to...
Listen, the other video we watched was 2 months prior. Yeah, there we go, words. Prior to this. Yesterday, 2 days ago, you decided to not only be a homophobe, like you were disrespectful to non-binary people and gay men. It doesn't seem like that's working so well.
people that don't deserve that kind of treatment, and
I'm glad doctors saw what she was doing. My son has autism, so this is really sending me. I think she's confusing autism with BPD. I'm just saying. She was told she does not have BPD or bipolar.
it's hard sometimes because sometimes you can really impact people in that manner, just in the pursuit of, like, you know, trying to be better versions of yourselves if you're not careful. I'm not in a great headspace. 10x seriously is an incredible medication, and, like, obviously
The work from home headset is clearly a prop. Yeah, I don't know why we're still wearing it. I think she has a different microphone, unless this microphone on the headset is being used for this.
don't just take my word for it, consult a doctor. But, like, in terms of medication options, if you believe to be ADHD, that is a medication that is
Histrionic, not BPD. Should we start a poll on what her next diagnosis will be? I think she's trying to go with the EDS.
really great for that. I feel like I'm buzzing underneath my skin again. I hate this feeling. I explain it to people, like,
Do we hear about this anymore? I've listened to quite a few of her most recent lives, and I don't hear her talk about buzzing under her skin very often.
I feel like
What an angle. Wow.
I have TV static white noise under my skin.
Okay, you are also diabetic and you could have neuropathy. If you believe to be ADHD, the fuck is she saying there? Let's go back one more time.
In terms of medication options, if you believe to be ADHD, that is a medication that is really great for that.
I think she's trying to say if you suspect you have ADHD, which talk to your provider and get evaluated for that before we jump right into medications. Maybe do an evaluation for that before we're like, hey, I think I have ADHD and I want this med.
I feel like I'm buzzing underneath my skin again. I hate this feeling.
I'm so confused. In one blog, she said she was non-binary. Now she said she's queer. Which is she now? Sorry to change the subject. She identifies as queer bi. I think she primarily uses she pronouns, but she did a live yesterday where she said gay men hate fat women, and she was speaking in regards to Zachary Michael, who is non-binary. Usually when that happens, the TV static is just my foot falling asleep. She is just boring, but wants to be something, so she throws around buzzwords.
I explain it to people, like, I feel like I have TV static white noise under my skin.
She said she is non-binary. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry when. I think it's on her. Hold on. Is it on her YouTube as well? Or is it on her Twitter? There's somewhere where it says like her pronouns. On here it says aspiring author and artist, lifestyle, disabled, neurodivergent vlogger, plus size queer adult on a health journey, working with CPTSD, ADHD, MDD diagnosed, 18 internet space due to topics I discuss and cuss like a sailor. I'm far from perfect, but I try to be the best and most authentic self. I think it's on her X where it said it. There's a short on my channel where she says it. Oh, she said it since then too. I think it was on X that she had it as well, though, where it's like she, her, they, them. Still have no clue what her disability is. She does. I think she's trying to say that AD or autism's her disability.
And it just, like, won't go away. Wow. It's been, yeah, I'm in.
Pat, I can just feel off that message your frustration. I feel your energy.
The right ox. Cool. I mean, I shouldn't put. This is such a hot angle. Oh my god.
Who was this for? Why are we laying back like this?
Look at me. Just
I am. Why?
like the epitome of sex appeal over here. Hi. I forgot my Fitbit. Shit. I even charged it and everything. I went to go look at the time like I always do. The time and the date. Anyway.
I love Pat's use of sentence enhancers. It's like saying fuck. It really adds to a sentence.
It's Thursday. It's about 12:15.
Why did she show up to her appointment like this? You know what? Lean into it. Lean into it.
I'm anxious, yo. Like, straight up, I'm anxious as shit.
I don't ever verbally address it here, but I have a lot of labored breathing. during the rest of this vlog from fighting panic and anxiety. She is claiming non-binary also. Yes, I believe she does state that she's non-binary and she goes by she, her, or they, them.
Right now,
I don't know if she still
I've got
feels
3 or
that way.
4 hours of testing to do today. I don't know what to expect. I'm here. I got up on time. I fell asleep late though, so I'm kind of tired.
I'm telling you all now that the majority of the shit that comes out of her mouth is false. This is coming from a gypsy blood woman. She is lying, theatrical twat. Interesting, Zoe. My sentence enhancer's going appreciated. I am seen. Thanks, Abon.
You know, as I've talked about my reasons for doing this, I've realized that I haven't been giving enough emphasis to myself. That like I'm doing this for me, and just really wanting that confirmation of what I know of myself to be true.
This is infuriating, guys. Hold on to your undies.
And I keep thinking about like what this is gonna mean like once it's all said and done.
So she's homophobic and transphobic, but also identifies as queer, non-binary, and an ally. Okay.
And how like I'll feel about it, and like what it would mean to have a diagnosis.
Spoiler, she doesn't have one.
And I realized that not a whole hell of a lot's gonna change. There are no resources for autistic adults that are late diagnosed.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
They don't exist.
Therapy.
But I think it'll help in my pursuit of therapy and treatment of myself, and I think it'll help.
She's an energy vampire. That's what I said. Samurai. Mental things is scary.
And just having the confirmation in what I already know of myself.
This is so awkward to have before your appointment. Like before you've been diagnosed, to just stand on it. You are standing on business. Damn you all, I have it.
And
Scar, the University of Florida has CARD, Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. Oh, okay.
yeah, it'll be really validating to.
I made poor decisions when I was younger, which is fine. I made poor decisions when I was younger because I wanted attention, and versus understanding that I was a child and immature and addressing some of the other problems, it is my parents' fault because they didn't treat me like I was autistic, even though I haven't been diagnosed with autism. I know I'm autistic. Was the van hers or her parents? I believe it was her parents. It was, yes, it was her parents.
It'll be really validating.
I wish just once she would explain how she thinks she qualifies. She has explained it on a live. She stated she joined a bunch of Facebook groups and that other millennial women who've had trauma and were late diagnosed because of their trauma, that's how they found out they had autism. And she just knew, reading other people's stories, that's how she knows she has autism. She's gone over it in a live before, and it was just like, trauma doesn't give you autism, but that's how she worded it.
Needing to have it documented and known that I haven't been making up how hard life has been for me.
Oh man. How uncomfortable. I haven't been making up how hard life has been for me. Well, we just want to tell you you're not autistic. Damn it.
And that I've made it this far and I've overcome this much in spite of things like that.
I'm sorry there's not support services for high-functioning adults. Cognitive behavioral therapy is available for everyone. I loved CBT and DBT. Oh,
You know?
as is occupational therapy. Ooh, runs with scissors. Look at putting out the resources.
Not just the trauma, but, you know, I'm specifically talking about the autism.
Oh, this is so awkward. So awkward. Like before your appointment, like you haven't been told you have this. You're just so self-certain that you're doing all this, you know, it changes my life. Scar, read my comment. LOL, I had to do that. She probably wants to go to psych ward because she's testing her. If you don't have insurance, it will be $900 out of pocket. Imagine trying that multiple times. Oh my word. Where is it at? I have to find it. I lost it. Zoe, where are you? I also think she's sending fanny pics to a certain site for cash. I could see it.
It's a trauma, but you know, I'm specifically talking about the autism.
It's just so awkward.
And I'm trying to remain as unmasked as possible. Like I'm already realizing I'm starting to like try to put on a front here. Not saying the right words, like,
and trying to remain as unmasked as possible for the person who's going to be evaluating me, and I'm sure is able to do their job. She needs therapy to help her understand that what she's going through is mostly normal human emotions, not something that has to be labeled. Instead of the laundry, that is a great point.
I'm just trying to like protect myself, really, because that's what masking is for.
You're putting on a front and a back too. Thank God you're still alive. I'm at work and want to run out screaming. Oh no, I hope everything's okay. It's literally buzzword salad. I've watched enough TikToks that I think I can get the diagnosis I want. I can't stand her. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? I don't know. For me, it was. Never mind. I'll mind my business.
Autistic, since I'm going to try my best to remain unmasked for this assessment.
I thought all my masking was because of my abusive childhood. Apparently, it wasn't that. That's what I'm saying. I think like a lot of the time, people that are masking, it's not necessarily related to autism. It could be a myriad of things, and that you learn to mimic the behaviors in front of you.
Just be my most like authentic, honest, blunt self.
No, don't mind your business. It's as far as like the masking thing, you find out things that are kind of societal norms, and so you see a reaction like, okay, this is how people react this way, and so you're able to go back. I don't know what she's saying, like, this is odd. You could consider code switch masking too. Oh, with her?
And you know, because masking isn't necessarily about deceiving or lying at all. It's just trying to.
Life isn't a no harm game. It comes with cuts and bruises.
To blend.
Oh, and also with her religious trauma thing, she stated, you said that, and so it made me just remember a talking point in her thing. So she said something happened to her at 6. You know me, I will not ever dispute claims of child stuff. But another reason she has such a hard time with religion is that she felt like God loved certain individuals more than others for bad things to happen to you. And I do think that is something a lot of people deal with. So that part, I can understand why she felt that way.
And behavior.
She's getting into character. This is how she thinks autistic people talk. Oh, wait, Fem. Just wait.
In ways that are more socially acceptable. And I'm a very high masking individual. I have been since childhood.
I'm mixed and naturally code switch with him. She's so draining. I don't know how you can do hours of this, Scar. I don't know.
I didn't understand that or know that for many years.
Oh my God, it gets worse. Yes. Yes, it does. You see the masking. She's blaming her parents and all of this, and it's just going to get worse. It's just, think of all the stereotypes you hear when you hear about somebody who has autism. What stereotypes, right? Next, she's going to start walking on her toes.
Until very recently, past few years specifically. And I've been like unmasked on the internet before in videos and stuff.
She's the Riddler. One of the villains from Scooby-Doo. I had to break myself of the habit, still working on it, of just telling people I'm fine, that's fine, when I was asked how I was or if I wanted XYZ. Not British, but love Zed. Masking does not mean sounding sedated, but that's the vibe she's giving, excuse me. It's important to expose her. I'm so glad that Aren't You Exhausted and Scar are covering her. Thank you, Nikki T. Unmasked. I know, she's a villain from Scooby-Doo.
But when I'm like being more like upbeat and chipper and like, hey guys, you know, I guess I feel like
Reginald, back from your cat nap. I hope it was wonderful.
Like, that's me, that's still me, right? Like, I'm not like lying or like being someone I'm not. I'm just trying to be, I guess, more.
It's so raw. She's so authentic and raw.
Palatable.
The weird thing, I had no intention on being ugly to Rosie, right? I didn't know anything about her. It was just Foodie was becoming so close to a horror cow exploiting a child, right? Ambi had the situation where she called out Aunt Tam Tam with some stuff, and it was just all feeling very horror cow. So I was like, I want to watch somebody who's on camera. Syria, I figured Syria was going to be a wild time. Somehow Foodie had their camera off and the content was just dry. So I stumbled upon Rosie, and damn if she doesn't suck.
I don't know. I got a lot to figure out, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, and I'm gonna go inside now.
If you've been trying to be more palatable, you're doing it wrong, Roz. I'm pacing. Oh no, Pat. Everyone, let's all take a breath together. Hold on. It sounds like you all need a moment. Share this tab. I've always heard the term social camouflaging, especially for people who want to fit into their current environment but are not socially confident in themselves. Social camouflaging. Huh. Zachary Marie. Pee and wine break.
God, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, I hear I think it's Bunches. I can't tell. Somebody's having a dream. Oh, let's bop to bop too. Oh, Rosie, good palate cleanser. Yeah, we needed a moment. The headphones too. Yes. Ah, yes, the cosplay. Remember I was saying stereotype, What are we doing? She's autistic. Isn't this what all the autistic people are doing?
I was told 12:30, but I guess it's because they wanted me here early.
Everyone look at me in this doctor's office.
Because my appointment isn't even until 1. No one told me that.
Do I look autistic enough for you? Does this work? Are you buying it? Do I look autistic now? It's the dual sensory, right? This is selling it, right?
I'm in a waiting room by myself, so this is how I show up to appointments that I'm anxious for. No shame.
You're watching too much Love on the Spectrum.
I wish I wasn't so scared.
I wish I wasn't so scared, even if they're gonna tell me no.
Hey y'all, honestly, I don't know.
What happened to, oh, okay, move it back down. Excuse me? What happened to our hair during this? What happened? I'm glad the doctor saw our game. Twice, autism comes in built-in protection barrier. One of my favorite sayings is, if you have met one person with autism, you have met one person with autism. Runs with scissors. I like it.
How much?
One person.
I'm gonna record right now. I don't know if you can see it on my face.
Welcome back.
But I am mentally, emotionally.
Can you tell I'm tired? Can you see it? Do I look tired to you? With my sunglasses and my headphones, do I look autistic enough? Is this working? Do I just look drained?
And physically exhausted right now. Halfway through the testing, I ended up crying because I had such a bad headache from it. She turned on the lights and that helped a lot.
She needs headphones and sunglasses in the doctor's office, but not in the car, especially after having done 4 hours of testing. You'd think super overwhelmed. It's a little bit of an overload. Maybe now we're going to throw on our headphones. No. One person told me to get tested because I'm still a toe walker. I'm telling you, she's going to probably try that next.
But I got so overwhelmed. I am just beyond exhausted. And it's really weird because, like, it was just, like, stuff like, at one point, like, the very first thing they did was they had these blocks that had different colored sides. Some of them were half color, some of them were solid. You had to recreate these patterns on a screen.
We're also going to We're also going to blame our concussion on why we probably didn't do well on our autism test, even though we never were diagnosed with a concussion either. Although she has tried to say that doctors say they can see her memory loss in her brain.
You had to like look at certain figures and
I toe walk. That's why I call myself the fatty ninja. It depends what floor. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm sneaky. The dog ate her autism homework. Oh, good Lord. You are exhausted and overwhelmed by trying to be someone you're not.
draw. Once they were off the screen for 10 seconds, they had me doing like math problems, like word problems, tons of stuff. And the biggest thing that was notable to me in the moment was they were having me read off, like, she would say letters and numbers and I had to repeat them back, and sometimes I had to repeat them.
Your son never toe walked and he's pretty severe. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's different. But she wants to follow the stereotypes. Jeff, get the fuck out of my house. We've had like a week-long battle, okay? I see you, you see me. Mind your fucking business, though. That's why, who said the great quote? If you've met one person with autism, I think it was Runs with Scissors. You've met one person with autism, but she does love the stereotype.
As she said them, I had to organize them in order. I had to like say them backwards. And I realized very quickly that once you get beyond like 2 or 3, when I say that my short-term memory is damaged, I feel like I'm constantly being gaslit that like I'm over-exaggerating or like it's not that bad, but it's really bad. Like
my concussions. And I unfortunately can't control it, so it's how I walk on the trails and in public. I found I control the T-Rex arm if I can crochet while I walked. Ooh. I wish I could crochet. I can't. Do you crochet buttholes like Pulpy?
They were saying things to me and I was completely forgetting what she was saying by the time she was done listing off these things, let alone trying to reorganize any of it. And so that was just like
because of my concussions, I just don't think I did good on the autism test. I failed. I failed because of my non-diagnosed concussions. One where I fell on my neck and one where I fell in the bathtub and there was blood everywhere and somebody cleaned it up.
Happening to me. I've always been really bad at like.
They did her testing in one visit. My sons took several visits. I think she's been told no twice. And this person she saw a couple times. This is just like a 4-hour test. But I don't know.
Like seeing complicated patterns. Like I'm good up to a certain point. Like I'm pretty fast at it actually. When it gets to
beetle pins, I'm so sorry. No, Scar, don't crochet buttholes. There's so many crochet patterns for cat buttholes. It is weird and I'm gonna crash out. Okay, so no buttholes. All right.
To a certain point in trying to get them in, I just, ever since my concussions and
I'm sure it's really exhausting to try and test how you think someone with autism would try or answer versus how you would answer if you had any sense of self.
Like the past few years, especially like with when I had like newer levels of trauma happen,
they ruled it out. Yes, they started going into what she did have, like the depression, the MDD, no bipolar, no BPD,
ability,
ADHD, hyperactive. Well, yeah, ADHD instead of ADD.
to like do those things has declined a lot, and so I was doing all that, and the fluorescent overhead lighting just did me in. Like she told me to take off my sunglasses and my headphones.
Excuse me, you gotta take them off. Like, what are you doing in here? Just take off your headphones and sunglasses. What are you doing? Take them off.
As soon as I went in, they told me that my follow-up appointment is going to be like December 21st, so it's going to be over a month before I find out. But
I kind of want to revisit at some point when she gets told she doesn't have it. I think they didn't continue because the first test showed there was nothing to test. Well, they told her like 6 months we can reevaluate, but she said no.
Yeah,
I am autistic.
I was in there for 3.5 hours, took one small break. I'm ready for a nap. I'm surprised at how exhausting that was. I wasn't expecting it to be like that big of a deal, to be honest.
They no longer use ADD clinically. They use ADHD and then specific subtype. Oh. Scar, we deserve that after this, the rejection. Imagine doing the whole 4-part series and they tell you, nope. That's what I'm saying, Nikki. It's so embarrassing. She came in and she was like, fuck my parents, fuck them. If they would have treated me like I had the tism, as she says, the tism, a touch of the tism, they would have been better parents. I wouldn't want to take accountability. They sucked. They sucked.
I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot, like in terms of time or whatever, but I had to do questionnaires that totaled over like 500 questions in total, but well over 500.
When I went into a psychiatrist and I didn't study and I was dead set on, and I wasn't dead set on a diagnosis. I was like, I've been reading and saw I had a lot.
Not including the pre-assessment stuff that I did for the first appointment that I had. So they said I may or may not get access to my diagnoses prior to my follow-up on the portal. I don't know. I did for the first appointment that I had. So
Making a whole damn documentary just to be told no.
they said I may.
You have to embrace the suck. Embrace the suck. You might not get the answers you want. Go into therapy and such open-minded. It's okay to be seeking out an answer, but go in open-minded.
May or may not get access to my diagnoses prior to my follow-up on the portal. I don't know. I don't know if it's like because of my memory issues. I don't know if it's because of lack of sleep or the combination of the two. But I like full on like cried halfway through because I felt really stupid too. Because I could tell like when I didn't word things in a certain way, she would just be like, can you expand on so-and-so or whatever? And
because it's an assessment. She wants you to go into your answer.
even though I know that like there's no technically right or wrong answers, I just started beating myself up. Hey y'all, I don't know what I'm gonna be able to edit around in the first clip.
Ma'am, what happened to our hair? What happened?
But I impulsively was
We have the half up, half down.
like, you know what, I'm not gonna eat out. I'm not gonna go out. I'm just gonna pick up food and go home. And then I checked my map.
If she ever is diagnosed, then what is she going to do with that information? Is it going to change her life? She kind of, I believe, talks about that in this. Like that there may not even be an answer. I think she just wanted it to shove in her parents' face and to possibly get disability for it. I think that's what it came down to. She wanted to be like, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right.
Maps app.
But what does it really change about the past? Like, if she did have autism as a child, she is now 34 years old. What does that change about when she was 5 or 6? You can't go back in time. All you can do is move forward.
And saw there was like a lot of traffic and issues. And I was like, well, fuck that.
So let me live here and feed me. Well, Pat, even though she's told no, she said she gave her parents the research that she did and they've accepted that she's autistic. She doesn't need a diagnosis. They know she's autistic.
So I still need to go get gas, but I'm just leaving Olive Garden. And I wanted to talk about this for a second because for like a really long time, like ever since they announced the Never Ending Pasta, I've been like really craving it and like wanting to get it and like thinking about it. Like I even made pasta at home and didn't really fully hit the spot for me. And so I was, you know what, like fuck it, I'm gonna go. And so I did. And I'm really, really proud of myself because like I realized like how far I've come. Like this is one of those moments where I feel like it's a reminder of like where I've been.
But her brother has autism and works. It's not something you automatically get disability for. Oh, Bella, I 100% agree. But I think that's what the goal was. I mean, if you hear her talk, she constantly talks about her disability. She's disabled. She's disabled. She's disabled. She's disabled. With what? What disabilities are impacting your ability to do a call job? What have you been diagnosed with? Other than being super morbidly obese, what are your diagnoses? What's preventing you from living life? And if there is, there is. But what is it?
Been versus where I'm currently at. Like, I remember a life where I could clear multiple baskets of bread by myself.
She got a concussion scar. God.
Plus,
also not diagnosed. She diagnosed herself with the 2 concussions.
The soup, plus like probably up to like 6 refills of pasta. And I would be probably hurting a little afterwards, but I could do it. And today I went and I forgot. Because they're really chill about.
What is happening you got a bird's nest on your head, madam. So messy.
You bring.
Looks like what is happening? You went into this appointment looking as rough as possible.
And stuff home. So I got a bag of leftovers.
It's so weird that she ignores the diagnosis that she actually has, like diabetes. She's admitted she's never checked her blood sugar.
Overs because I ordered a total
She has plantar fasciitis, she thinks. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. And then the Ehlers-Danlos hands.
of
And the fibromyalgia.
3,
But not the rheumatoid. No, not the rheumatoid arthritis.
like so 2 refills in the main dish. I ate the main dish. I ate like 2 bites in my second dish, and I ordered the third.
Did you say Brosey is autistic? Yes. Levi was diagnosed with autism as a child.
In the to-go container, and then I asked for a to-go container because I'm getting my money's worth. God damn it! Like, let's be real. So, and I got a refill of the basket, and then
I think she's had almost too much therapy. She knows all the buzzwords. She knows how to manipulate a therapist. I think I agree, Sparkle. I'm not going to say too much, but because she is such an empty palette, because she has no sense of self-identity outside of anything she reads, other people's personalities, whether it's she has a vomit thing now because of Milky, or she wants to do sourdough now because of Pulpy. She has nothing outside of herself. She doesn't know who she is. So she absorbs information around her and picks up things and tries to make them her identity because she just doesn't have one. Rosie really doesn't. Like, if she doesn't have her weight, she doesn't even know who she is as a person. That's why she's afraid of losing weight.
I brought all of that home with me for tomorrow / night. I'm really tired, so I might be going to bed early.
And that's not me being ugly about her weight. She has stated she has a fear of losing weight because she doesn't know who she'll be. And she's summed up her worth to her weight. So she doesn't. Did she go to the Olive Garden alone for the never-ending pasta bowl? Yes. Don't you worry, though. She had her headphones.
And I got some Diet Coke for a fix. Got something to go to because they charge almost $4 for soda at Olive Garden. That's how they fucking get you. If I wasn't so goddamn tired, I would have just got water. But I really needed the caffeine.
Was this before we started talking about caffeine sensitivity? She stole her CPTSD from Rain, her hand nerve pain from Chris, her agoraphobia from Britt, and her autism from her brother. I also think, I think it's her brother primarily, yes. But I think Tyler also, when she saw how Tyler behaved, she tried to mimic some of those behaviors as well.
And so
that's heartbreaking, Scar. I know runs with scissors. I agree. It's a very sad situation. It's to not have any sense of self is a scary thing.
Still waiting on the Manjaro prior authorization.
Which maybe that's what she should address in therapy. Not whatever. Like that she wants these titles. Maybe we should address who am I? How do I figure out who I am as a person, what I like doing?
And that is one of the reasons why I did this today. And why I was planning to do this today originally. Because the other thing I realized is I do make pasta better than Olive Garden. So yeah, like
her and ALR both. ALR's scary too. They're both really scary. And QLR's ALR with a bigger vocabulary.
It might be harder to make the protein
and less money.
Is good, but I can air fry a couple panko breaded crispy chicken tenders and boom, I've got Olive Garden at home. I just realized, like, I don't know, like I had to add salt to my first dish.
Most people make pasta better than Olive Garden, to be honest. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not a huge fan. I like the bread and I like the chicken gnocchi soup. Yep. Even her cooking content she stole from Rain. Really? I really should watch some Rain.
The second one had a little more flavor to it for some reason. But yeah, I was just like, this was also a reminder, like, I think my craving was stronger than like how good the food actually was. You know, I think if you like struggle with like a relationship with food, you get.
I was an admin manager for a behavioral health clinic and I sat in all the clinical consult meetings. I can assure you that your psychiatrist, therapist, counselor can see your manipulation tactics.
What I'm saying, I've been like hyper fixated on this for a while and I was trying to like skirt around it. I tried making it home instead. And it just wasn't hitting it. So
yeah, we should watch Rain sometime. I'm down for that.
Now I just need to remember this the next time I see the advertising.
Of course you added salt. It didn't taste like a salt lick.
Thing for it, you know what I mean? But I'm glad I did it. I like going out to eat by myself. I just put on my headphones and vibed. It was nice. If I didn't have my headphones, I would have fucking hated it because I'm so like sensory.
Oh, sensory.
Honestly, I might even be.
But it's okay at the casino. That was fine.
Driving home in silence.
We didn't need our headphones at the casino. We didn't need our headphones in the buffet. Huh. Weird. We went to a buffet and didn't have headphones or sunglasses. We went to the Bellagio and we were okay. And listen, the Bellagio is overwhelming. Woo!
Or, you know, I might actually, there's this band that I was introduced to. I think it's like Explosions in the Sky or something. I don't know. It's instrumental. If I remember to, I'll put up what their actual name is. I think it's that.
And she can control when she has a meltdown. Don't forget scheduled cry times. We're not crying until Tuesday at 3. That dinging on your glass, eek. Oh, did my ring accidentally hit it? I apologize. I'm so sorry. No. Oh, do y'all like that band? So sorry.
Or that's one of the song names. I can't remember. But they have like,
Oh,
really
it could have been
pretty,
my. Oh, come back. Planned meltdown. Yes.
almost like maybe like EDM type instrumental. EDM might not be the right category. Don't shoot me. I don't know. I'm tired, y'all. And I still have an hour drive home because it's like the other reason I decided to come right now was this was 2 miles down the road. And it was like, I was like, when I saw how much like traffic there was, well, just let me see where there is an Olive Garden. And
She's really thinking about the Olive Garden. Was that a Canadian Surrey? What, the Surrey?
it was like right there.
No, it wasn't.
And I'm like actually upset.
She talked to random people in the street approaching her, which I would never do. It's her agoraphobia.
Because doing this, I found out there's a Krispy Kreme here, and there's no Krispy Kremes where I live. I really want to hit up Krispy Kreme. I'm not going to because I already treated myself. I'm not going to. But God damn it, I want to. But I don't need to. I have enough pasta, so I'll live. But
She ate at a restaurant with strangers in Vegas. I'm so happy the girls don't know the music I listen to. It makes me happy that they'll never know what good music is. Sometimes I get nervous. They're going to start saying, oh, man, can I tell y'all? I know this is a dumb one, but you know my stance. Miracle Whip is right. You're wrong. I'm right. Shh, it's delicious. She was talking about Miracle Whip, and I was like, oh, no. Don't let me agree with her on one thing. I don't care if it's one thing. Don't let me agree with her.
if you live near a Krispy Kreme, count your motherfucking blessings. All I got is some goddamn Dunkin' Donuts, and their donuts are ass. Don't even get me started on Dunkin' Donuts. Anyway.
They're donuts. I'm not a huge donut person in general.
I'm glad today's over. I think I'm feeling better because like today's over. I'm just glad it's done. Whatever
I wish you would fix your hair clip.
happens.
I'm British, but I'd be down for trying Miracle Whip to see what the fuss is about. It's like a tangy mayonnaise. A little tangy, a little sweet. Tastes like it has a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of sugar. We had Krispy Kreme and MA for a very short amount of time. They all closed.
I really struggle bust through those tests, so I'm just whatever. Ooh, the sun is setting behind me. I can't really. Can you see it? Like this?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty.
Shine the light directly in my eyes.
With my big head in the way, but anyway.
Miracle Whip is nasty. You can have mine. Mel's likes Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
She's autistic, Scar. Who else likes Miracle Whip? I know. I see people saying they like Miracle Whip. Jessica likes Miracle Whip. There are a few people in here that have good taste.
Go. I wanted
Brandon.
to try to be more like thorough in my explanation of how things went, but I'm so brain dead and exhausted that I just can't.
You look stupid. When my kid is overstimulated, she has to take a time out and find a quiet place to go. And sometimes that's what you need. Even if you don't have autism, like just some you time. Hellman's is the best. I don't know. What do we have out here now? What is it called? Best Foods, I think. I don't know what its sibling is on the East Coast anymore. Is that Duke's?
It was just a bunch of like pattern recognition type tests. They had me also like do this thing where I had to like use a pen and connect like all these.
It's Hellman's? Okay.
It's like numbers and then letters and then
She went to a truth with her hair. Oh, she went to a restaurant with her hair like that? Yes. Yes, she did. She made a choice. She made a choice to go out in public with our hair half up, half down.
alternating numbers and letters. I did a lot of that, like alternating numbers and letters and numbers, patterns, and this.
Miracle Whip is delicious, and you should always give your taste buds what they deserve. Treat your taste buds with respect, people. Thank you, Buns.
And I was just like, I hated it.
Go back. You guys wonder why I think she's related to dodo birds. No sense of self-preservation, We just go around with our mouth open, with our head up. You're going to catch the reindeer.
I hate it. So, yeah, as I said, I am glad today is done. I'm actually going to go. Goodbye.
Okay, how long is the next one? I really need to do some things, but maybe if I shut the fuck up a little bit, we can make it through it fast. Or should I just call it? Yes, I should just call it. I'm going to be a wise adult for once. I'm going to call it here, and then tomorrow, probably, maybe Monday, we'll see. Do I see a half-rotted molar back there? Let's see. Go back.
I was just like,
Oh, I see. I can't tell if it's amalgam or if it's rot on tooth. What is that? 2? I don't know if she's had her wisdom teeth removed. It's either 3 or 2. I see it back there. Thank you, Scar in chat. Have a great noise. What a fun noise she made. I need her. Can I get it any more clear? Jeff's point of view. There's more? No, we're not. I just wanted to go back to this screenshot really quick. Oh, you mean in general? Yes, there is more. There's more. That molar is just because she's an am baby. Ooh, it's rooting. Right there. You see him? But it could just be an amalgam filling. That could just be it. She looks like in Beetlejuice when they had the weird bird heads. Thanks, Scar in chat. This was eye-opening, and as always with Girl World, causes me to reflect on my own nonsense and where it needs to be addressed or needs addressing. Thank you. She was sitting in a Krispy Kreme parking lot. Mississippi. I didn't even realize that. I thought she was in the Olive Garden. Not Jeff's point of view. It is. Look at that. But everyone have a great day. Either tomorrow or the next day, I shall be back, and we're going to dissect more of the past behavior. If she goes live between now and then, obviously we'll probably bounce to that. But I find this eye-opening, to say the least, what kind of person she is. Everyone be good. Drink your water, wash your hair, brush your teeth, take care of your luxury bones, pee after sex, talk to a provider before starting or ending a medication. Don't be the girls. Don't take anything I say as fact. Do your own research. And until next time, bye.
Feels like we're dancing in the eye of the storm. Between the gray skies, blurred lines, waiting for the dawn. Forget about the outside, baby, for the first time. I can finally breathe. Maybe this is our night, nothing but a storm, right? And now I